You're listening to Elite Media Network's coverage of NCAA basketball. Game coverage begins in 30 seconds. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. This is Elite Media Network coverage of NCAA basketball.
Pettiford just gave it right up. 3-on-2. Isaacs for three. Got it! A&M has the lead for the first time since 6:43 to go in the first half. Up top, Fleming all the way. Rejected. I mean, an absolute swat.
From the Dean Smith Center in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, it's a huge ACC matchup between the Clemson Tigers and the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Comes in for the win. Good if it goes. Got it! He got it! Unreal! Wow, Mississippi State. Great extra pass leads to the two-hand flush for Ballard. A beautiful opening possession.
Now, here's Mike Pacheco and Paul Biancardi.
Tonight in Chapel Hill on the Elite Media Network, Clemson at North Carolina. You heard it in the open. It's going to be a big one here tonight, really, for both teams. Well, we got a bunch of storylines to cut through for this one, but let's start here. It's never too early to start about thinkings for the ACC tournament. Just 2 games away for each of these teams. Now, they've already secured first-round byes, but that double bye looms potentially for one of these two teams. Right now, North Carolina on that 4 line. Right there with Clemson at 11-5, and you can't really have much more to play for with 2 games to go than that.
No, you want that double bye, Mike, because you get a chance to rest and watch the opponent play. The preparation is much better when you have a double bye. It's a shorter path to an ACC tournament. Don't forget, North Carolina is undefeated here at home. They want to finish the season undefeated, as you mentioned. Each team playing for a double bye. Clemson had a 4-game losing streak. They bounced back with a nice win against Louisville. They want to get a win here. They've only had 2 wins, I believe, in their entire history of basketball at Clemson. So it'd be nice for the Tigers to get their 3rd win all time here at the Dean E. Smith Center.
Isn't that something? They started this series 100 years ago.
That's older than me.
And me too. And combined, no. But Clemson, only 2 wins, as you mentioned, and they've come in the last 3 or 4 years. That's insane.
Well, you know, for a long time, Coach K, Coach Williams, they dominated this. Before that, Coach Williams was Dean Smith, so it was really hard for Clemson. And they had some great coaches there. Cliff Ellis,
yep.
Rick Barnes. They had so many great guys. Oliver Purnell back in the day. So Brad Brownell, give him his flowers, man. Elite 8, Sweet 16, consistent winner. In my opinion, one of the best coaches in college basketball who doesn't get enough recognition.
You look at the last 4 years, Clemson has the most wins in the ACC behind Duke with a 95-38 record. And I think it's because they probably don't play a flashy style. You know, when you talk about coaches around the league talking about Brad Brownell, a lot of respect for the physicality, for how tough they play on defense, for really how methodical they are on offense. North Carolina, on the other hand, they come in with a lot more ball movement, more pace. They're going to be a little bit more flashy.
Yeah, they come in with the flash and the style, but they're gritty at times too, North Carolina. Hubert Davis has put his stamp on this program. He wants them to play in transition. He wants them to be monsters on the glass, and that's the 2 big keys for him, and to get to the free throw line. That's an extension of Roy Williams, but you mentioned it about Brad Brownell and Clemson. Solid half-court man-to-man team. They dominate the glass as much as they can. They don't allow pain points. You have to beat Clemson. They're not going to beat themselves.
This is also going to be the 6th game without freshman sensation Caleb Wilson, a broken bone in his left hand. The good news is he doesn't have the cast on anymore. He's able to get through some workouts, but he's still not able to get through that important 5-on-5 workout.
Yeah, something tells me he's going to be ready for the Duke game. We saw him at shoot-around today. Didn't participate, but nothing on his hand. I believe it's going to be the Duke game. If not, it'll be the ACC tournament.
All right, both teams vying for that also important top 4 finish and the double bye. They're tied for 4th place right now at 11-5, and Carolina looking to go 18-0 at home, which would be their best in a single season. The longest win streak at home since the 22-23 season has been 22 straight, and that was actually from February 2016 to about December 20th in 2017 when they lost to Wofford. More of tonight's coverage from Chapel Hill is coming up, and when we come back, Brian Dancel joins us from our Elite Media studio, and we get you set for Clemson in North Carolina. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on. Welcome to the Elite Media Network pregame show. From the Elite Media Network studios, here's Brian Dancel.
Our two-night stay on Tobacco Road brings us to Chapel Hill for tonight's contest between Clemson and number 17 North Carolina in the Dean Smith Center. Good evening wherever you may be listening to Elite Media Network. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. Well, both of these teams are tied for 4th place in the ACC, which makes this game pivotal for the ACC tournament and its seeding a week from now. Clemson broke a 4-game losing streak over the weekend with a win over then number 24 Louisville, 80-75. Now, between North Carolina and Clemson, this is their only meeting this season. They last played in February of 2025. Clemson holds a slim 2-game win streak over UNC, but in terms of playing at Chapel Hill, North Carolina holds that edge 60-2. Now, for Clemson, they were 20-4 before their recent 4-game losing streak. They averaged only 65 points per game during that streak. On average, during the season, they are at 74 points per game. Here's what Tigers head coach Brad Brunell had to say about his team's losing streak.
We're just not good enough on offense to overcome when we don't guard at a high level. And ironically, in the losing streak, I thought the game we played the best was Duke, but You know, we guarded them very well for us and compared to most people, but they're hard to score against, so that was hard to beat them. You know, and then the last two games, we did not play well defensively against Wake, especially from the outset. And then the second half against Florida State, we didn't defend very well. And we haven't shot it. I think we shot 29% from three in those 4 games, and it's just culmination of a lot of things. When you have small margins, it's hard.
Now, Brunell has been at the helm since 2010 now. In 2024, they made the Elite Eight for only the second time in program history. Brunell feels that his defense will need to be as good tonight as it was in a win against Louisville over the weekend.
Hey, I thought we defended at an elite level for 39 minutes, you know, and that's hard to sustain that. It takes great will, great attention to detail, great effort. I mean, it's just, it's going against human nature, and our players did a really good job.
Here's the projected starting 5 for the visiting Clemson Tigers. At 1 forward, Carter Welling, a 6'11 junior from Draper, Utah. The 2025 Western Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year, has career highs in points and rebounds in 2026. At forward, R.J. Godfrey, a 6'7 senior from Suwanee, Georgia. He was on the last Clemson Elite Eight squad in 2024. This team, he leads them with 11 points per contest. At 1 guard, Butta Johnson, a 6'4 senior from Huntsville, Alabama. He leads the team, shooting 83% from the free throw line. At 1 guard, Justin Porter, a 6'1 graduate from Houston, averaging 10 points per game. He had a team-high 16 against Louisville last weekend. And at 1 guard, Dylan Hunter, a 6'3 senior from Atlanta. He leads the team with 3 assists per game. When we come back, we'll hear from North Carolina head coach Hubert Davis. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium plush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. You know, it's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back into the Elite Media Network studios. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. Number 17, North Carolina, comes in winners of their last 3 games in the Atlantic Coast Conference and is 11-5 in conference play. Currently tied with tonight's opponent, Clemson, for 4th. This game is huge for seeding in the ACC tournament, and with a game remaining at Cameron Indoor Stadium against the number 1 team in the country, Duke, to end the regular season. Carolina is 17-0 at home this season. The 17 wins equal the most home wins of any of the 116 seasons of North Carolina basketball. No UNC team has ever gone on to win 18 games at home. Now in his 5th year, Hubert Davis brought in highly coveted transfer portal big man Henry Vasar from Arizona. Vasar averaging a career-high 16 points per game. Here's what Davis had to say about Vasar.
He worked harder to catch the ball where he wanted. And I felt like in the first half, he was letting Virginia Tech dictate where he was catching the ball, which was too far out. And I felt like he worked extremely hard to catch the ball closer to the basket, where if they came to double, it was an easy pitch out to the perimeter. And for him, just a one dribble step, and he was already at the rim with his length. So I thought his ability to catch the ball closer to the basket, he worked harder to allow them to have success in the second half.
Now, to join the talented freshmen in the country this year, Atlanta's Caleb Wilson leads the Tar Heels with 19 points and 9 rebounds, but will sit out his 6th consecutive game tonight after suffering a broken bone in his left hand last month. To make up for his absence, Davis has called upon his team to get physical in the paint. Coming into tonight, they only generate 49% of offense in the key.
Yeah, we had some spirited conversations at halftime. I just want to dominate points in the paint. I keep it real with you guys, and I'm straightforward and direct with them as well. And I felt like in the first half we were settling, not persistent in trying to get to the paint. We had a couple of their bigs in foul trouble, and we wanted to establish Henry. When Henry is going offensively, it opens up everything for us offensively. I challenged him in the second half as well, and I thought with him, Seth, and everyone else just putting their head down and getting to the basket, it allowed us to get to the free throw line.
Here are the projected starters for the North Carolina Tar Heels. At 1 forward, Jaron Stevenson, a 6'10 forward from Chapel Hill. In the last 5 games, he's averaging 10 points per game. At center, Henry Vasar, a 7-foot junior from Estonia. He's looking to become the first ACC men's basketball player to ever block 30 shots, make 33 pointers, and shoot 60% from the floor in one season. He enters tonight's game with 33 blocks, 33 made 3-pointers, and shooting 61% from the floor. At 1 guard, Luka Bogobats, a 6'6 junior from Montenegro, one of 5 players to average double-digit points in the last 5 games. At guard, true freshman Derek Dixon, 6'5 from Vienna, Virginia. He leads the team in free throw percentage with 81%. And at the other guard, Seth Trimble, a 6'3 senior from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. In 2 wins last week, he had a combined 50 points to lead the Tar Heels. When we get back to Dean Smith Center, it is senior night. After this, we go back to the court with our coach in the booth, Paul Biancardi, for his keys to the game. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on Instagram. In-game highlights, previews, updated news from college football, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow us at Elite Media Sports.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow at Elite Media Sport.
And we welcome you back into the Elite Media Network pregame show. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. For this segment, we go out to Dean E. Smith Center in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, to join our coach at courtside, Paul Biancardi. Coach, how are you?
Brian, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Now, Coach, huge matchup tonight, obviously, for when it comes down to ACC seeding for both these teams. Both these teams should be comfortably in the NCAA tournament at this point, but the double bye is on the line tonight. What does Clemson need to do to get this done?
They need to execute the 3 T's, Brian. Limit their turnovers, 12 or less. When you play against North Carolina, they're always trying to fast break, whether it's a make or a miss. So you have to limit your turnovers. You have to control the tempo of the game. Clemson plays at a slow pace. They only average 63 possessions per game. They want to control the pace of the game. With their defense, they can keep North Carolina out of the paint and in front. Also, on the offensive end, keep North Carolina on defense for long possessions. The 3rd T, transition defense. You've got to sprint back, get set, and keep this game a 5-on-5 matchup. If they execute the 3 T's, they'll walk away with an upset tonight.
Now, Coach, for North Carolina and Hubert Davis, obviously a huge game looming over the weekend when they have to travel over to Cameron Indoor Stadium to take on their hated rivals. What do they need to do tonight to move to 18-0 at home this season?
Well, first thing they have to do is guard the three-point line. Teams are shooting 39% from the three-point line in ACC games against the Tar Heels. And in their last game against Virginia Tech really shot the ball well from the outside. They had one of their best offensive performances, but North Carolina outscored Virginia Tech. The other thing is this. When you play against Clemson, you've got to try to manufacture points in different ways. Beside your half-court offense and transition offense, you got to get points in the paint, Brian. The problem is Clemson is the 2nd best in the ACC at allowing paint points. They only allow 26 points a game in the paint. Carolina really has to work to get angles, make good passes into the post, get penetration, don't settle for jump shots.
That alone will be looking for a huge game out of Henry Basar. Now, Coach, I do have to ask you one thing about the ACC tournament. How big will it be to have this double bye?
Oh, it's huge. As a coach in the Big East and the Big Ten, the times that I was fortunate enough to get a double bye, your team gets a chance to rest. You watch the competition play. You're still practicing and shooting, so you're staying sharp. It's a quicker path to getting into the championship game and winning it all.
That's our coach in the booth, Paul Biancardi. He'll be joined by Mike Pacheco here shortly for game action. Coach, have a great call tonight.
It's going to be a great one, Brian.
After a quick timeout, we'll take a look around the country at NCAA games that will be going on tonight and highlight some of those key matchups. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning plush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back into the Elite Media Network pregame show. I am your host, Brian Dancel. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network. Welcome back to the Elite Media Network pregame show. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. Let's take a look at a couple of the games that will affect the brackets as they come out here over on this 2 Sundays from now. Obviously, our game here, Clemson, North Carolina. TCU and Texas Tech in the Big 12. A road win for TCU should be good enough to lock up an at-large bid. LSU at Auburn. Currently, Auburn is one of the first teams out. The Tigers can only hurt their standing in this pairing. They need a huge win tonight. Boston College and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech currently on the first 4 out list. They could not take a home loss to Boston College this evening. Boise State at San Diego State. The Aztecs are definitely not out of it, but they could bounce back in to the tournament with a win tonight. Another huge one, an interesting one here, Toledo and Miami of Ohio. Of course, Miami, the last undefeated team remaining in the country at 29-0. They look to see if they can move themselves up to 30-0. But a loss to Toledo probably, would hurt their chances, but obviously not within the MAC tournament, which will be going on next week. A couple of scores that are currently going on in the SEC. At halftime, number 23, Tennessee, leads South Carolina 40-28. And with 10 minutes remaining in the first half, Alabama and Georgia are tied at 20. Tip-off between Clemson and number 17, North Carolina is up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, Native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com. A nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
And we welcome you back high above courtside here at the Dean E. Smith Center alongside Coach Biancardi. I am Mike Pacheco. The starting lineups getting announced, and a little bit of a change since Brian Dancel gave the lineups a second ago. And it's a nice touch. Elijah Davis getting the start for North Carolina, of course. He is the son of Hubert Davis, the redshirt senior guard forward from Chapel Hill. So he'll be playing in his sixth game this year, Paul, but a memory he'll always remember, a sold-out, looks like a full Dean E. Smith Center, and a chance to play for his dad, especially on senior night. R.J. Davis having his number retired as well, Seth Tribble being honored along with three other managers, so it's an electric night here inside the Dean E. Smith Center.
Everyone is standing, Mike. Everyone's ready for this big game. Has a chance for a double bye, but you mentioned the emotion of senior night for Seth Trimble, Coach Davis's son. How long you leave him in for, that's something Dean Smith started decades ago. Yep. He started seniors, gave him a couple of minutes of run time, and then had to take him out, put in the starters. Roy Williams continued that, and Hubert Davis loves the tradition of when he played here at North Carolina. And for Clemson, they're just locked in on the defensive end. They know they have to keep this game, as I mentioned in the keys, must keep it in the 70s. Mid to low 70s, keep those turnovers down. Brad Brownell's teams have always been a low turnover team. If they get back on defense and they keep the tempo at their pace, they're going to have a great chance for the upset. For Carolina, run, and run some more, crash the glass, get some pain points. Try not to get caught up, I'm sorry, Mike, into the emotion of senior night, because what happens is you can start getting fatigued because you're so emotional with all the festivities going on.
And really love the message that Hubert Davis had for his team today during shoot-around, and that was, don't let Clemson's physicality bother you. We need to be the aggressor both on offense and defense.
Yeah, he said, we dictate the shots that they take, and we dictate the shots that we're going to take. He was very, didn't you find Hubert Davis today very fired up?
Yeah, he was fired up.
I mean, he's a fired-up coach, and a wonderful man. But today he was just so dialed in and just, I think he's so emotional with Seth Trimble and his son being seniors. He said it. Seth Trimble, 4-year senior here at North Carolina. When do you see guys come in as freshmen, leave as seniors, and stay at the same place? Seth Trimble, a very special young man in the eyes of Hubert Davis.
All right, we are underway. A missed shot by Ephraim Butter Johnson. That might be a new nickname for Paul Biancardi. Butter Biancardi.
Butter Biancardi can't shoot like Butter Johnson, I can tell you that.
Nice pocket pass, Dixon. They get it out in the corner for Trimble. Swish! The first bucket of the game goes to the Tar Heels. A three-pointer in the corner.
Seth Trimble has just improved in every category over the 4 years.
So Hunter, they reverse for Welling. Back to Johnson. Now the free throw line jumper is good, and Clemson answers with a 2 from Welling.
Yeah, they worked on that this afternoon at shoot-around. It's an empty side pick and roll. Welling was wide open right inside the ACC logo.
Bates our hands off for Tremble. High up on the right wing. Into the post. The entry pass. Low right block for Vasar. Working on Godfrey. Here comes the double team. They kick it back out for Tremble for the up top 3. And that one rattles in. Another 3. Back to back threes for Tremble.
Vasar with great recognition. The Clemson next defender didn't rotate over to Trimble quick enough.
Carolina, hot start here. 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Now it's Godfrey going the other way for Clemson. Nice little reverse up and underneath. And a travel called, so that'll take that away.
And if you're Brad Brownell, that's where you want the ball. In the light blue, he's got bigs that can score with angles, short little jump shots. They can stretch it out every now and then to mid and three-point range.
Trimble has it between the rings. Top of the key, right elbow, spins just inside the free throw line, misses off the mark left. Welling rebounds for Godfrey, up ahead across midcourt. It's Porter, Justin Porter, the number 3 scorer overall in an ACC games for the Tigers. Now it's Hunter at the right elbow, jump shot off the iron, no good. Left a little bit too strong. Vasar rebounds for Carolina.
And Clemson, they shoot it, and they're all sprint back. 5 guys in front of the basketball.
Now we get a steal by Butter Johnson across midcourt. Serpentine pattern through the middle of the paint. Goes up
wow.
Right hand. Bucket and a foul.
I'm telling you what, after Clemson missed that shot, 5 orange jerseys sprinted, they turned, they started talking, they got the steal. Steal has led to transition 2 points.
So it's going to be 6-4 Carolina to start, 17:56 to play. It's going to be the first on Vasar. Henry Vasar from Tallinn, Estonia. Played for Real Madrid Youth Academy. At the line, Butter Johnson makes the bucket. It's good, so the free throw is good. Completes the traditional three-point play. 83% free throw shooter, so almost automatic.
He's an excellent jump shooter, three-point shooter. Today at shoot-around, he couldn't miss shooting three-point spot-up jumpers.
Luka Bogovac comes in for Elijah Davis, so the traditional starting 5 on the floor for Carolina. Inside for Vasar, works on Welling, and kind of a flat shot, but it goes in.
Big key for North Carolina. I said it in the open, paint points. Clemson does a great job of collapsing their defense, not allowing many paint points. They're second in the ACC. They only give up 26 paint points per game.
Porter just inside the three-point line, kicks it back out for Johnson. Johnson bound past Godfrey. Top of the key, now attack, spins through the lane. It's going to be blocked by Stevenson, the Chapel Hill native. Bogovac quickly up the floor for Carolina. Vasar, right wing now for Trumbull. Far sideline, comes back left, enters the key. Pivots now for Vasar outside the right lane line. Pivots, guarded by Godfrey, spins over the right shoulder, and his little baby hook no good. It's going to be rebounded by Johnson for Clemson. They're in orange, shooting to our right. Carolina in their traditional home whites. Welling has the top of the key, dribbling right. Hands off now for Porter. He rises up for a 3. That misses off the mark right. Stevenson rebounds for Carolina. 8-5 North Carolina, 16:52 to play here at the Deanie Smith Center in Chapel Hill. Dixon up top, Bogovac. Bogovac passes into the corner near side. It's a long 3, Dixon. It's going to be off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Welling from Draper, Utah. Transfer from UC Irvine and Utah Valley.
You see Clemson walk the ball up the court if they don't have a fast break.
And up top, Welling misses a 3. Ball's going to be kicked around. We're getting a foul inside with 16:09 to play here in the first half.
Yeah, Welling is not a guy that you want shooting threes too much from the outside.
25%.
Yeah, Clemson's bigs, they really produce well from the elbows down. They're great at getting angles inside. They're very good at the short corner, mid-post. Carolina's going to let them take that three-point shot. You won't see very many threes by Clemson's big men in this game.
Zayden Hyde coming in. He's been really a big lift since Caleb Wilson went down. This is the 6th game without a very promising freshman. Now Stevenson hits a 3 on the wing near side.
Jaron Stevenson was a top 25 recruit out of high school, went to Alabama. He's from Chapel Hill, came back home, and he's filled in very nicely in the absence of Caleb Wilson.
Davidson hands off for Buckner, Ace Buckner. Right elbow gets a little separation from Dixon. Shot's going to be tipped out by Wallin for Davidson. They try to enter it into the post, and it's going to look like a foul on Zayden Hyde. 15:33 to play. It's been a quick start for the Tar Heels. With the score 11-5, North Carolina will take a quick break. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Back at the Dean E. Smith Center, Mike Pacheco, Paul Biancardi with you. John Trauma, Jeremiah Bruckhart, Nick Douglas, Brian Dancel back in studio. Glad you're joining us in what's been a really fast start for the Tar Heels. 11-5 for North Carolina. And Paul, they've been doing it, getting to the basket, early threes, the 3 for 4 from behind the arc. And right now, Clemson's had a tough time getting their footing offensively.
Yeah, they've had a couple of good opportunities they haven't cashed in yet. R.J. Godfrey had a beautiful look in the paint. He traveled. They've taken a 3 or 2, and they haven't made it yet. But they're a team that doesn't get frazzled, whether it's home or on the road. This is a steady group. It's a consistent group. They just got to settle down. Brad Brownell said it, look, our offense is not our strength. It's our defense. So they got to continue to keep that energy high, that effort strong, even through their scoring droughts.
And one thing Brad Brownell talked about today with his team and with us was really have that tight, crowded floor, not really let North Carolina get comfortable. So that's something we'll keep an eye on throughout the game.
And your defense really gets better, Mike, when you score because you get a chance to get back and get set. And anytime you put the ball in the basket, you get energy.
No doubt about it. Inside, Buckner gets it into Davidson. Davidson, a little floater out in front. Good for the Tar Heels.
That was deep in the paint. Yeah, deep in the paint. That's where they want to go, Clemson. They feel like they have an advantage inside in this game.
11-7 North Carolina, 15-18 to play. Tremble has it up top, dribbles with the left hand between the legs, right on the North Carolina logo at center court for Bogovac, and he travels. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our ACC officiating crew tonight, Ron Groover, Brian O'Connell, and Tony Chiazza.
Okay. Big-time crew, big-time game.
Big-time game, no doubt about it. On the line for North Carolina, a perfect 18-0 record here at the Dean E. Smith Center. Back up top for Davidson. Wallin misses it short. Bogovac for North Carolina rebounds. Tar Heels driving to the basket to our left. Bogovac has it between the rings. Comes back right, ball in the right hand. On the right wing for Dixon. Dixon comes around Thompson. Now passes low right block, just outside the low right block for Stevenson. Has it to his left. He'll pass it back up top. Carolina resets. 7 on the shot clock for Dixon. Drives baseline. Long jumper. Misses. Air ball. It's going to be rebounded by Howe. It's going to go up. It's going to be a foul and one opportunity with 14-18 to play for the Tar Heels.
Zayden High has gotten his chance in the absence of Caleb Wilson. He's taken advantage. Hubert Davis told us, look, when he gets the call, he was ready this year. Referee's discussing something right now on that play. Zayden High got an offensive putback. I'm trying to see what are they discussing right now. Shot clock.
Or maybe a shot clock violation.
I think the ball got out of his hand just in time before the 0.
We'll double check that. They have not put the points up on the official stats, although the TV broadcast has already credited him with 2 on the internal monitor.
And watching the replay quickly one time, it looked like the ball was released, then the clock went to 0.
Now you have iPads on the benches. Those things can be looked at as well for the challenge. What do you see?
I see it's real close. Now we're looking at another angle.
We're also looking at a very slow speed. They're
Yeah.
kind of going almost frame by frame.
Yeah. It might have been released just, yep, it got released. It was released at .3.
Yeah, that last angle. That's what's great about having the shot clocks. Of course, at the high majors, most of the Power 4 schools, you have these. But with those shot clocks that have under a second with the tenths of a second. So it sounds like, Paul, they don't agree with...
They don't agree with me. Well, I'm not the one who has to be right. They have to be right.
They have to be right. So it's going to be 14-18 to play. Carolina's going to have 0.6 of a second on the shot clock timer.
You need a lob or a quick catch and shoot.
Baystar has it blocked by Davidson, so he's going to be to a shot clock violation. And a good stand for the Clemson Tigers. They needed that one.
Yeah, great stand. You know, when you're reviewing plays, Mike, whether it's fouls or shot clock situation, you have to look at it from different angles.
So Thompson has it opposite side now. Long miss by Davidson. Back for Waleed. Now Davidson top of the key. And he travels, moves that pivot foot. It was right in front of the Carolina bench, so they weren't going to get away with that one. 11-7 Carolina, 13:59 to play first half.
Nick Davidson for Clemson, pretty good three-point shooter. Big man, 36%, but Clemson's bigs have not made a jump shot in this game.
Here's Bogavats, goes down the right lane line, has his shot missed. It's going to be rebounded by Davidson, transfer from Nevada, Mission Viejo, California. He gets it top of the key. On the high left wing, it's a miss by Buckner, rebounded by High of North Carolina, and here come the Tar Heels, cross midcourt. Evans, Kyan Evans, picks up the dribble, high left wing, up top for Zayden High. 20-year-old gets it, 21-year-old gets it to Tremble. Tremble tries a lob inside, and it's going to be tipped in by High, so now High has his first field goal.
And he got bumped up in the air, and he looked at the official, and he said, "Where's the call?" You got to play through the physicalities, Aiden.
This is the ACC, son.
This is big boy basketball.
Got a whistle here, 13:08 to play. And we get a foul on Kyan Evans from Kansas City, Missouri, transfer from Colorado State, 21 years old, playing in his 30th game with the Heels. This is their 30th game overall, 23-6 against 21-8 Clemson. Tigers ball. Godfrey has it up top, hands off for Butter Johnson. Shot fake on Bogavats. Picks up his dribble, back for Buckner, outside the three-point line, far side, now on the left wing. Fills behind for Davidson. Davidson inside the paint, turnaround, it's good from just inside the free throw line.
So different, Mike, when Clemson's bigs don't settle for that three-point shot. They put it on the deck, 2 dribbles to the pull-up at the elbow. That's a high percentage shot for Davidson.
Carolina basketball into the corner, Bogavats for Vasar just outside the right lane line. Dribbling, working down on Davidson. We're going to get a reach-in foul here against Clemson with 12:30 to play. North Carolina, a 4-point lead with the ball.
No reason for Nick Davidson to bump Vasar and foul him because they were getting the dig out, meaning someone from Clemson, one of the guards, ball side, was coming to dig it out. No reason to foul him 6 to 8 feet from the basket. It's one thing if he's going up for a shot.
Sure.
That's different, but you just bailed him out on that, created a team and an individual foul.
Dallas Thomas from Little Rock, Arkansas comes into the game for Butter Johnson. Bogomats has it up top right. Left elbow. What a nice pass. Basar in high. Stuffed it home.
Such a good passing team, North Carolina, at their 4 and 5. Whether it was Caleb Wilson, Henry Vasar, Zayden High, Jaron Stevenson, all the bigs at Carolina can handle and pass.
15-9, 12:09 to play. Carolina in the lead on senior night. Trying to go 18-0 here at the D.D. Smith Center. And we get an offensive foul against the Tigers. So that'll be their third team foul with 12:05 to play here in the first half.
Carolina, nice execution on that last play, Mike. The pick and roll. Vasar with the short roll. They hit him. He dumps it down to Zayden High for the dunk.
Yeah, good baseline cut by High to get that dunk. And now we're going to get an offensive foul against the Tar Heels. So this will take us to the under 12 media timeout here at the D.D. Smith Center. Carolina 15-9 over the Clemson Tigers. More action from Chapel Hill up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trunk. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
We are at the historic Dean E. Smith Center. It opened in 1986, and boy, has this been the site of so many memories for Carolina basketball. Recently, there was a proposal floated to possibly move basketball to Carolina North, which is on the site of Old Horace Williams Airport. It's about 2 miles north of campus, and as soon as that got out, the Save the Dean E. Smith Center movement began, and this is just a wonderful historic building. And this building is in itself a home court advantage for the Tar Heels.
There's no question about it. We spoke to the SID, Steve Kirshner, today. There's a lot of reasons. Let's bring more students down by the game. The students right now are to the right of the North Carolina bench. I mean, it's packed in there, but they want to have students maybe at other places down low. But you have seat licensing agreements with
they've
donors.
4,000 seat licenses that they would have to relocate. And that it's kind of a no-win situation. You want the students close, but you also don't want to disrupt the high-level donors that are helping fund, especially in this day and age with NIL. You don't want to get anybody upset with you.
No, you don't. And I can tell you from experience, the parking here is very difficult, as everybody in elite sports media knows. It's tough to get here and get in. It's tight, so they're looking for more space.
Clemson basketball underneath. Godfrey, nice move, creates space and lays it in.
Mike, he's so good, Gottfried, at creating an angle off the bounce. He uses his body really well to find the open pocket of space.
Evans has it up top for Trumbull. Lone senior on the floor right now for the Tar Heels. Right lane line kicks it back up top for Evans. Dribbles left, inside the three-point line, back out. Steps left, side step three, that's no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Ace Buckner, the Dallas, Texas native. Gets it up ahead for Hunter. Back to Buckner. Buckner down the right lane line, slips a pass underneath, and the layup is good by Carter Welling. That's a nice bucket with 11 minutes to go. And now Clemson has cut it to 2. It's 15-13 North Carolina.
And Clemson is 0 for 5 from 3, and they've cut it to 2.
There's a bullet pass underneath for High. That got blocked inside by Godfrey. Ball loose on the floor. Godfrey dives forward for Clemson. And now the Tigers looking to push on the basket to our right, wearing orange and purple. Now it's Hunter. And we get a whistle here against Carolina with 10:37 to play here in the first half. And that's going to go on Kyan Evans. So the second on the Kansas City, Missouri native.
Just peeking at the keys before the game, we said for Clemson, limit your turnovers, 12 or less. Right now, they only have 3, so they're in good shape. No fast break points, Mike, for Carolina right now. And the tempo is in the favor of the Clemson Tigers.
If you joined us during the keys, the 3 T's.
The 3 T's, turnovers, tempo, and transition defense.
Inside, Godfrey kicks it back up top for Justin Porter. Now they reverse it up top for Godfrey. Coming right around that screen is Hunter. And from the left elbow, his shot is missed. Ball's going to be tipped out and goes to Trumbull. Brings it across midcourt, drives into the paint. Shot is blocked. Good shot by Welling to block that shot by Trumbull. And now the Tigers have it between the rings for Welling, and he'll get it to Hunter, who's a little bit late getting back into the play. Left elbow kicks it back up for Welling. Welling's 3 off the back heel, and it's going to be rebounded by Jonathan Powell. Who had a really terrific game, particularly in the first half against Virginia Tech. Here's Zayden High, has it high right elbow, kicks it back behind the three-point line for Trumbull. Trumbull drives through the middle of the paint, and he's going to be fouled as he puts up a shot. It doesn't fall, but he'll go to the free throw line with 9:45 to play, and the Heels with a 2-point lead over the Tigers.
Seth Trimble is so savvy at getting to where he wants off the dribble. Utilizes ball screens, he navigates it, knows where to go right or to left, reads his defender, he gets low, he's strong, he's quick, and he's explosive once he gets inside.
Trumble's first free throw is good. 68% this season. He was 5 for 8 in the win over Virginia Tech. It was an 89-82 win, which maybe put a little bit of a balloon in Virginia Tech's bubble in that game on Saturday. They still have some work to do. Second one is good, so the Heels go back up 4, 9:42 to play here in the first half in Chapel Hill. Hunter has it, far sideline, between the rings, Godfrey. Hands off for Porter. Porter on the tip of the North Carolina logo, just top of the key for Godfrey. They get it back to Porter. Grenade pass back up top, Godfrey. He banks it home. I didn't know the bank was open this late in Chapel Hill.
It's not, it's the ATM machine.
So,
it's still cash.
Yeah, it's still cash for Godfrey. So his second 3 of the year. Now the Tigers are within 1 as we approach 9 minutes to play. First half, senior day in Chapel Hill. Stevenson down the right lane line, loses it, was tipped away by Welling. Now come through the middle of the floor, Hunter. Out on the right wing, Porter, and he knocks down the triple for Porter. That's his 55th 3 of the year. And the Tigers, their first lead of the game with 8:50 to play.
Clemson is playing airtight defense. They shrink the floor, they make it tough for you to catch the ball, they make it tough for you to penetrate. Carolina's going to have to work on the offensive end for open looks.
Stevenson, entry post, left line for Zayden High, rolls out, rebounded by Godfrey, the outlet for Hunter.
Yeah, Zayden High's got to finish that, Mike. He's on the left block, he's deep inside the light blue.
Saw him finish with contact before, that time he couldn't quite get it through. Free throw line for Hunter, now the left lane line. Sealed off, Dixon guards him, now back up top to Welling. He comes back right, tries to get a little space with Stevenson. Has that right foot in the paint, spins around the opposite side, and it's going to miss. Rebounded by Godfrey. His pass is going to be tipped and out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Tigers. I actually thought that went off Butter Johnson, but officials say it went off Carolina. It'll be Clemson ball here with 18 left on the shot clock, 8:06 to play first half with a 2-point lead. Biggest lead of the game for the Tigers.
Yeah, without Vasar in the game for North Carolina, you see Clemson even more so looking inside to Godfrey and Welling. And they're trying to post up, mid-post, low post. Vasar's the shot blocker. He's the rim protector. Without him in the game, it's a different look on the defensive end for North Carolina.
Almost 4.5 minutes without a field goal for the Tar Heels. In traffic, ball's going to be stripped away. Buckner couldn't get his pass through. Now going the other way, Powell. That's blocked by Butter Johnson. He stepped on the baseline out of bounds. Had he saved that, it would have been an easy bucket for Carolina. So the last 4-minute war, if you will, goes to the Tigers. Clemson 19, North Carolina 17. 7:52 to play. Take a quick break. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trial. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on Instagram. In-game highlights, previews, updated news from college football, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow us at Elite Media Sports.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow at Elite Media Sport.
Welcome back to the Elite Media Network studio. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. Clemson on a 6-0 run over the last 91 seconds. They take their first lead of the evening, 19-17. Let's take a look at a couple scores that are going on around the country. Number 23, Tennessee, with a 72-52 lead over South Carolina. 4 minutes left in that contest. At the half, Georgia leads Alabama 50-43. 6:44 left in Lubbock. Texas Tech down to TCU by 4, 28-24. Also in the ACC tonight, number 13, Virginia, beating Wake Forest with 8 minutes remaining, 19-13. Paul and Mike, back to you.
Brian, great job. Thank you very much. Virginia at 13-3, just ahead of 12-4 Miami, and they'll have their rivalry game on Saturday against Virginia Tech.
Looks like right now about 8 teams from the ACC will get into the NCAA tournament. I think 3 teams, Mike, have a real chance to advance, which is obviously Duke, Carolina, and Virginia in my mind. But a sleeper to me who can easily get to the second weekend, I'm going to give you a 4th team, is Miami. They are old. Clemson is old. Yeah. Clemson is the 29th oldest team in the country. So they got age and experience on their side. Miami does as well.
A couple of their players had mission trips, so they started their college career at almost 20 years old. Trumbull up top 3, no good. hit 2 earlier threes.
Age is so important in the NCAA tournament. Some of the guys on Clemson's team looking to take Social Security.
Don't take ours yet. Buckner has it for Godfrey. Godfrey left lane line, works back through the paint, just outside the charge circle, lays it in. He just took it right in. Big man move on Stevenson.
He moved Jaron Stevenson from outside the restricted circle to under the basket. Unacceptable if you're Stevenson defensively.
Remember, Hubert Davis said he wanted his team to be more physical. He wanted his defense to initiate contact on Clemson's offense first. So here's a miss by Carolina. It's going to be rebounded by Butta Johnson from Huntsville, Alabama, transfer from UAB. Dribbles in the right hand. Straight away up top for Porter. Porter directing traffic right on the Western Carolina edge of the logo. At the three-point line, passes back up top. Welling, that's a miss. Welling, one of the 2 players with mission trips. He's from Utah. UC Irvine and Utah Valley. Dixon has it up top for Carolina. Bounces past Vasar just inside the three-point arc. Makes the long 2.
NBA prospect, Henry Vasar. Possible late first-round pick, early second-round pick. Skilled, good shot blocker, nice touch inside. He's got to get stronger. He's got to get more athletic.
2-point lead for the Tigers, approaching 6 minutes to play in the first half. It was dominated early by the Tar Heels, but Clemson has roared back. And once again, Godfrey having his way inside against Vasar this time.
Because he moved Vasar under the rim. Once you get a defender under the basket, under the rim, you negate all his jumping power. Great job by Godfrey.
Tremble, bounce past Vasar along the three-point line, top of the key, hands off Dixon. Dixon gets away from Porter. Passes along the three-point line, Stevenson. Now handoff Tremble. Tremble at the right elbow, down to the baseline, circles back, cuts through the charge circle, goes up off the glass. It bounces off, rebounded by Welling for Clemson. That's the 14th rebound for the Tigers. Right now they have a 2-rebound advantage over the Heels.
Yeah, Seth Trimble is the only guy that I see that can penetrate this defense against Clemson. Does a good job getting in.
Ace Buckner working in the paint, has it knocked away by Tremble, and now Dixon will bring it up the floor for the Heels. To our left in white against Clemson in orange. Dixon, high wing along the three-point line for Stevenson. Pivots, couple dribbles, hands off now for Powell. Dixon sidestep right for 3, buries it, and the Heels needed that one. They're now 2 of their last 10 shots, and now within 1, and that brings the Deanie Smith Center crowd up to their feet.
Nice subtle shot fake by Dixon to create space, and he knocked it down.
23-22, Clemson, 4:46 to play. Diving is Buckner. Godfrey gets the miss. Came crashing down the left side of the lane for the rebound. Now Welling has the pass intercepted by Stevenson. Brings it across midcourt stripe, has it on the left wing. Stays on the dribble, cuts across the paint. We get a hand check foul on Ace Buckner with 4:33 to play. Ace Buckner, the son of Clemson Tiger legend Greg Buckner. 4th all-time leading scorer for the Clemson Tigers.
Yeah, he was really tough when he played at Clemson. A scrappy, hard-nosed guard, could shoot it, drive it, and boy, could Greg Buckner defend.
He could score too, Paul, as you mentioned, 1,754 points. Baseline out of bounds for the Tigers with 4:33 to play. Tigers with a 1-point lead. Carolina with the basketball. Bogovac has it up top, dribbles between the legs, comes back right, steps up into a 3, and buries it. And Carolina back in the lead, 25-23 with 4:20 to play.
Very nice by Bogovac. Under control, saw the space, stepped up with confidence.
And Bogovac, Montenegro. Up top, Davidson off the front of the iron, leaves it a little bit short, tickled the iron.
The bigs from Clemson are going to get a little bit of a lecture from Brad Brownell about shooting from the outside.
Vasar passes underneath the basket to the opposite corner for Tremble. He circles back in the paint. Pass is intercepted. He gets it back for Bogovac. Bogovac up top now for Tremble. Tremble on the dribble, switches hands, comes right, steps up for a 3. Off the glass, no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Jake Wallin. Far side now, Ephraim Butta Johnson for Clemson. Kicks it back up top for Davidson. Heel 3, no good. And we get a foul in the act of rebounding with 3:30 to play.
Davidson 36% coming into the game. He's 0 for 4 right now from 3. Brad Brownell was clapping, giving him 5, saying, keep shooting it, young man.
Timeout on the floor with the score, North Carolina 24, Clemson 23. More action from the Dean E. Smith Center in Chapel Hill up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Back in Chapel Hill, alongside the coach, Paul Biancardi. One Mike, but not the Mike you were with last night. Mike Morgan, hopefully we'll be able to catch him tonight doing the Auburn game on the SEC Network. But I am Mike Pacheco, and we are thrilled you're joining us here tonight on Elite Media Network. Coverage of Carolina and Clemson. Crazy stat, Paul. North Carolina, 5 of 9, 55.6%. They're 4 of 14, 28% from 2. They're actually shooting better right now from 3 than they are from inside the arc.
They're moving the ball, Mike, and the ball's going inside, then it comes back out. The Virginia Tech game, I thought North Carolina moved the ball so well and got so many great looks and converted from 3. That hasn't really been a problem for North Carolina, shooting the ball because they take good looks. But they have to change the tempo of the game. They have to try to score off of Clemson's turnovers. Clemson right now has 6 turnovers. It's creeping up. We said 12 or less. For Clemson, you don't want to have another turnover in this half. Carolina only 6 points in the paint.
Clemson basketball with Hunter attacking the paint right side. Kicks it up top. Now it's Porter. Comes around a Davidson screen. Porter back to Davidson, top of the key. That 3 no good. It rimmed off the back of the hill, off the glass, and rebounded by Jonathan Powell. Now it's Dixon who brings it up the floor for the Tar Heels. Approaching 3 minutes to play. Dixon switches hands, goes to the left side of the lane, goes up with the right hand, missed it short. Clemson has the ball with Porter across the midcourt stripe. Sprays it up ahead for Waleem. He has the up top 3. That clangs out. It's going to be rebounded by Powell. Clemson still has a +2 advantage on the glass. 2:44 to go. Carolina by 2. Bogovats inside the 3-point line for Dixon. Back to Bogovats. Kind of a boomerang pass. Drives down the right side of the lane. Gets face on. Slams it home with 2 hands.
Just a gorgeous two-man game. Yeah, that was a gorgeous two-man game. Make no mistake about it, Henry Vasar makes a huge difference, especially in light of Caleb Wilson still being out with the hand injury.
Sixth game without the extremely talented freshman. Already ACC Player of the Week, not Freshman of the Week, Player of the Week. He's won those two, though. And now Davidson, little floater in the paint just outside the charge circle. And Clemson back within two, 27-25, 2 minutes to play in Chapel Hill. Tar Heels in the lead with the ball, shooting to our left in their white and Carolina blue uniforms. Dixon up top, Vasar dribbles along the three-point line, picks it up, elbow extended for Powell. Powell had 15 points against Virginia Tech on Saturday. Now Tremble up top left, comes back right to the free throw line, spins, tries to get a little separation on Hunter. Off the glass, no good. We're going to get a foul with 1:33 to play, so 93 seconds to go first half in Chapel Hill.
Seth Trimble had the ball at the top of the key. He was trying to penetrate the defense. His man was on him. There was a help defender waiting. Clemson does a great job of sitting in the gaps, waiting on the dribble. So what you have to do, Mike, is move the ball, reverse it from side to side, then try to attack it off the dribble. If you just come at Clemson first time down the floor, or one pass and try to penetrate, you're going into a wall of defense.
So Bogovac commits that cardinal sin of committing a rebounding foul while his team is on offense, and that's going to lead to a 1-and-1 the other way for the Clemson Tigers. So he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And it's going to be Carolina ball under 90 seconds to go here in the first half. High on the right wing, Dixon comes around left, off the high screen. In the corner, Powell for three, airballs it. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. And last touched by Justin Porter, the 6'1" grad guard, transfer from Middle Tennessee State. Where, man, he scored a lot of points for Nick McDevitt's MTSU squad. So minute 19 to play, 2-point lead for Carolina with the ball. Stevenson has it up top. Shot clock at 12 for Trumbull. Elbow left extended, drives down baseline, kicks it back up top. Stevenson, near side, dribbles right to the left elbow, loses his balance and travels. I think he was trying to think there instead of react, and maybe got his feet tangled up.
And as soon as you think, Clemson is already anticipating on the defensive end. When you put the ball on the floor for a dribble or make a pass, they're moving with the airtime of the pass or the dribble. They are a sound, fundamental defensive team. They always have been under Brad Brownell.
Dylan Hunter with the ball, top of the key, drives to the right elbow, bounces the pass just inside the line for Godfrey. Back up top, Hunter. Now they spin it right for Ephraim Johnson, and he hits the long inside the arc. 43 seconds to go. It's an even game of 27.
Yeah, they have a 2-for-1 right now, North Carolina. If they wanted, I mean, they can get 2 shots here before the half is over with the shot clock.
About 13 seconds difference, shot clock to game clock. Here's a miss by High, and now Clemson has it with the shot clock off, and now they can just play for the first half lead.
Yeah, had to shoot it at 40 seconds. Would have got you a 5-second differential, 35 seconds, excuse me.
So now we're at 15 seconds to play. On the dribble, it's Hunter just outside the Carolina logo at center court. Wallin hands off Johnson. Long three, swish with 2 seconds to go. And that's going to be the horn as Trumbull can't get the half court, well, more than half court heave. We'll talk about that because Jay Williams almost made an identical shot like that at shoot-around today. But we'll save that for the second half. And Clemson trailed the majority of the half, but they lead North Carolina 30-27, Paul.
Yeah, North Carolina did a good job defending the three-point shot. North Carolina has to get way more points in the paint. They are not winning that game. They only have 8 points in the paint. Clemson has 18, Mike. That's huge. North Carolina, stay with the game plan. Just get the ball inside more. If you're Clemson, this game is going exactly the way we talked about. The tempo, the turnovers, and the transition defense has been outstanding.
And it's amazing how that changed from they looked like they were slowly getting separated in the first half. They were able down the back stretch to take the lead, especially with that late three. That's the end of the first half. Our score in Chapel Hill, Clemson 30, North Carolina 27. Stay tuned for the Elite Media Network halftime show with Brian Dancel. He'll go over scores from around the country and first half stats This is NCAA Basketball on Elite Media Network.
Here's R.J. Davis.
Welcome to the Hat Rack Synergy System. With over 30 years of experience, Dr. Hat Rack has treated over 1,200 professional athletes in his career, including Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, Chris Jones, and Terrell Owens. Hat Rack Synergy Systems is a groundbreaking proprietary technique that has elevated Hat Rack's career to an unparalleled level.
After I get worked on by Dr. Hat Rack, I feel like I'm back on top of my game. It's almost like I'm so much more in tune with my body to feel like I can go out there and run faster, jump higher, and perform at a better rate.
Hat Rack Synergy Systems is more than a technique or therapy. It's actually a complete system. That's why we work with athletes. They know that we know what we're talking about, and they trust us to get their body into shape and to move through that process.
Prepare for a paradigm shift that will revolutionize everything you thought you knew and discover body mechanics in a whole new way. Experience the Hat Rack Synergy System today.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on. Welcome to the Elite Media Network Halftime Show. From the Elite Media Network studios, here's Brian Dancel.
Our score at the half, Clemson 30, North Carolina 27. Welcome into the Elite Media Network Halftime Show. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. Let's take a look at a couple of scores that are going on around the country. One game has already gone final in the SEC. Number 23, Tennessee, moves to 11-6 in conference with a 78-59 win over South Carolina. Just starting the second half, number 16, Alabama, currently down to Georgia, 51-59. In the Big 12, number 10, Texas Tech, with just under a minute left in the first half. They have a 1-point lead, 37-36 over TCU. In the ACC, number 13, Virginia, with an 8-point edge over Wake Forest at the half, 32-24. In the Big East, Georgetown with a 34-26 advantage over number 18, St. John's. And the lone remaining undefeated team in the country, Miami of Ohio, they are at the half with Toledo, and they currently have a 5-point lead, 40-35. Coming up in just a bit in the top 25, number 5, Florida, will host Mississippi State. Coming up tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern, Oregon will take on number 11, Illinois. In the Big 12, number 14, Kansas will visit Arizona State. And number 24, Vanderbilt will take on Ole Miss at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. A 7-0 run propels Clemson to a 30-27 lead over North Carolina. Once we get back from this next break, we'll tell you exactly how that broke down. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trial. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Welcome to the Hat Rack Synergy System. With over 30 years of experience, Dr. Hat Rack has treated over 1,200 professional athletes in his career, including Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, Chris Jones, and Terrell Owens. Hat Rack Synergy Systems is a groundbreaking proprietary technique that has elevated Hat Rack's career to an unparalleled level.
After I get worked on by Dr. Hat Rack, I feel like I'm back on top of my game. It's almost like I'm so much more in tune with my body to feel like I can go out there and run faster, jump higher, and perform at a better rate.
Hat Rack Synergy Systems is more than a technique or therapy. It's actually a complete system. That's why we work with athletes. They know that we know what we're talking about, and they trust us to get their body into shape and to move through that process.
Prepare for a paradigm shift that will revolutionize everything you thought you knew and discover body mechanics in a whole new way. Experience the Hat Rack Synergy System today.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to the Elite Media Network halftime show. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network. Welcome back to the Elite Media Network halftime show. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. RJ Davis, one of the great guards out of North Carolina, having his jersey retired and put into the rafters at Dean Smith Center. Let's take a look at a couple of the stats from the first half. Clemson ends up on a 7-0 run over the final 2:06 of the first half to take a 30-27 lead. They hit their final 3 shots. All the while, North Carolina on a 2.5 minute scoring drought. Clemson hit 13 of 31 field goals for 42%. Here's a really interesting stat for you. From the paint, Clemson is 9 of 14, but from the outside, they're 4 of 17. So most of their points, obviously, coming from the paint, and 2 of those 4 shots made from the outside were 3 of those shots made from the outside were 3-pointers. For North Carolina, they are shooting 36% on 10 of 28 shooting. From beyond the arc, Clemson, who's 34% season long, they are 3 of 14 from beyond the three-point line for 21%. North Carolina, on the other hand, it's what's basically keeping them in the game. They are 5 of 11 from beyond the three-point arc for 45%. Rebounding edge is pretty close. Clemson has a one more board, 18 to 17. And in terms of offensive boards, not a lot of second chance points going on. Clemson with 4 offensive boards and North Carolina with 3 offensive rebounds. Taking a look at the leading scorers, R.J. Godfrey has 9 points on 4 of 5 shooting. He's got 1 3 and 6 rebounds. Butta Johnson has 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting. He's 1 for 1 from beyond the three-point arc as well. For the home team, North Carolina, they're led by Henry Vasar and Derek Dixon. Both of them have 6 points apiece. Vasar is 3 of 4 from the field, while Dixon is 2 of 5. When we come back, it's time to head back to the court with Mike and Paul in the second half of Clemson and number 17 North Carolina. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trunk. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on. It's time to start the second half between the Clemson Tigers and the North Carolina Tar Heels. From the Dean Smith Center in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, here's Mike Pacheco and Paul Biancardi.
High above courtside at the Dean Smith Center alongside Paul Biancardi, I am Mike Pacheco. Clemson a 30-27 halftime lead, and I hope you were paying attention, everybody, to Brian Dancel when he was going over some of the numbers. This really stands out to me as well, Paul, when you look at Clemson 10 of 17 from 2, so that's 58%. And North Carolina is 5 of 17 from 2, 29%. It's the three ball that's kept Carolina in this game. And free throws really probably favors Clemson in how this game's being called.
Yeah, the three ball has saved North Carolina in the first half. No fast break points, Mike. That's part of the 3 T's for Clemson.
T's, that's right.
Transition defense. If North Carolina cannot score ahead of the defense, it's going to be hard for them to win this game. Whether they score off a make in transition, a missed shot, a steal, a turnover, they need to get some points, get the crowd into the game off their feet, And as we mentioned earlier, you talked about the two-point shot for North Carolina. Paint points, they're not getting enough paint points. So for me, it's paint points for North Carolina and transition points. That will get them going. That will create a tempo that will favor them in the second half.
In the last 5 games, Carolina has really done a number at the free throw line against their opponents. Against Pitt, 14 of 17 against 6 of 8 for Pitt, 15 of 21, 11 of 16 for NC State, 15 of 28 at Syracuse, 11 of 16 for the Orange, 9 of 19 against Louisville, 8 of 11 for the Cardinals, and against Virginia Tech, the Hokies 11 of 11, but Carolina 23 of 30.
Let's see if North Carolina can maybe get into the bonus here early in the second half, try to get some points that way, because 27 for North Carolina is just not enough when they score into the 80s.
And they really want to put a little bit of foul pressure on Clemson as well. Underway in the second half, Bogavats up top for Trumbull. Carolina in their white and Carolina blue, and a miss big up top there by Vasar.
North Carolina in ACC games, they average 80 points. And that when you take them out of their transition and they play a slower tempo, it's hard for them to score points against a team like Clemson, who's so good defensively.
Godfrey, good spin in the paint for the layup, and Clemson extends their lead to 5, 19-15 to play. We're 45 seconds into the second half.
And that's 20 paint points for Clemson, only 8 for North Carolina. Something needs to change, and change quickly for the Tar Heels.
Inside, Vasar working on the right lane line, spins as Godfrey falls down and dunks it home. Maybe that'll wake up the Tar Heels.
Get the ball to the big man. Nice slow move. Finishes with a dunk. Defender falls down. Play the game inside out. That's the way Hubert Davis wants to play it. But they have to make sure Vasar gets more touches.
Handoff for Johnson. Johnson right elbow back to Godfrey in the paint. Works on Vasar. Goes up off the glass and banks it home.
Vasar, not a lot of resistance inside against Godfrey.
34-29 Clemson. 18.5 to play here in Chapel Hill at the Dean E. Smith Center. It's senior day. Tar Heels looking for their 18th win at home and finish the home slate 18-0. Here's Stevenson for 3. That's no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Dylan Hunter of Clemson in orange. They're shooting to our left. Johnson, high right wing, Porter. Drives inside the three-point line. Little runner off the paint, no good. Off the glass, rather, no good. It's going to be lost out of bounds, and now we're going to get a whistle with 18:04 to play. So that'll be the first foul in the second half. It goes against Clemson's Carter Welling.
Mike, Henry Vasar is 4 for 6 so far in this game. The rest of the team, 7 of 25. He needs more touches. He needs more shots.
Clemson also +2 on the glass right now. Bogavats from Montenegro dribbles back, high right wing, comes back down to the low right block. Little floater. It's going to be blocked by Welling, and it's going to be Hunter who brings it up the floor for the Tigers. High right wing. Ball's tipped away, went off his knee, and now Stevenson has it going the other way for Carolina. Bogavats, high right wing for 3. Good for Carolina. Big bucket. 17:30 to play. Now it's 34-32 Tigers.
And that's North Carolina basketball at its best. Their first fast break points of this game. You see the way the crowd gets energized. The defense has a little bit more pep in their step. They need to force turnovers or create steals.
Porter has it outside the left elbow, brings it up top of the key. Passes to Welling, almost had it knocked away by Dixon. Now Welling attacks inside. Stevenson kind of, I think, tried to go for the ball, but just kind of glanced the shoulder of Welling. That's going to be a foul.
North Carolina plays a very aggressive man-to-man. If you watch them off the ball, they are denying. They are denying, they're switching, they want to get steals, they want to make you cut back door. So you have to be really careful with your passes when you play against North Carolina.
First on Stevenson, but that was the message Hubert Davis gave his team at shoot-around today. Ephraim Butta Johnson, high right wing.
You like saying that, huh?
Especially with my Boston accent comes out. Here's Godfrey in the paint, kicks it out for Welling. His 3 is money. 16:43 to play. Now Clemson 37-32.
Nice sign for Welling. His first 3 of the game, he's 1 for 4.
They're going to need a little bit more of that. Here's Vasar, attacks and gets it off the glass and in.
Nice little pick and roll. They threw it up high to the big man. He catches it on his way to the basket. He's got great hands and good body control.
37-34, 6:19 to play. Clemson attacking in their orange, shooting to our left. It's going to be a miss up top by Porter. And now here come the Tar Heels going the other way with Trumbull in the near side corner. Up top, Vasar. Hands off after a dribble to Trumbull. He attacks. Little floater in the paint. Off the iron. Misses. But a whistle, and he'll go to the free throw line with 16:01 to play here in Chapel Hill.
And that's what you love about Trimble. He's 1 for 7 overall in this game. Only has 5 points. It's senior night. Maybe he's pressing a little bit. Maybe the emotion is getting to him when he's taking shots. He'll settle down here in the second half. And the best way to settle down, get to the free throw line, slow yourself down, get some points. Maybe North Carolina, Mike, after these free throws, if they're made, will pick up full court to try to speed up the tempo.
Carolina hit their first 2s of the game. Trumbull with 5 points, misses on the front end. He's a guy that does get to the free throw line quite a bit, 68%, but has stumbled a little bit maybe early on here at the line, maybe being a little bit too tough on him there, but he's missed a free throw, and now the second one is away, and that one is good. So 6 points.
And Carolina picks up 1-2-1-1. They're in their pressure right now.
Let's see if Clemson can handle it. It's going to be a steal by Dixon for Bogovac at the free throw line. Now it's Trumbull. Dribbles out to the three-point line. Comes back into the paint. And we get a whistle here with 15:51 to play. And no continuation on that pass. Not even in the NBA for that one. Although that is something that has changed in the NCAA this year, is allowing a little bit of continuation on a foul. Timeout on the floor with the score, Clemson 37, North Carolina 35. More action from Chapel Hill up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Well, you know what they say in Chapel Hill, when you've retired 50-plus numbers, 54, what's one more? R.J. Davis, who had such a terrific career here, all-time leader in threes, 358. Average score over his career, 15.6 points per game, now in the G League playing for the South Bay Lakers, former ACC Player of the Year, an All-American, and all-around good guy. It was good to see him get recognized at the half, having his number retired here.
Scored a lot of points here at North Carolina, got them to a Final Four. He played his high school basketball at Archbishop Stepinac, upstate New York. I remember on the recruiting trail, Mike, that Hubert Davis was following him from game to game. in the Nike EYBL. He was an assistant at the time, Hubert. And every time I watched R.J. Davis, I saw Hubert Davis.
Carolina ball inbound for Stevenson. Bogovats off the handoff, rises up for three. That bounces off the rim and drops in. And Carolina back in front, 38-37. 15:38 to play. Tigers ball shooting to our left. Pass behind Welling. His three no good. That's off the mark. Ball's tipped inside. Davidson can't get it. Instead, it's Stevenson who passes up ahead for Carolina's Dixon. Cross midcourt. Now Stevenson, top of the key, hands off Trumbull. Trumbull fakes left, comes back right. Has it right along the three-point line to the elbow. Back for Vasar. On the opposite side, they reverse now Dixon, who bounces the pass in the paint. Stevenson, and he's going to be fouled on the missed shot, going up at 15-11 to play first in the game, rather.
Great aggressive move by Jaren Stevenson. He posted up. He got low. He got an angle. Used his athleticism to turn and face, got fouled. When you're aggressive on offense, you may get a charge. You may get an over-the-back call. But you're also going to get to the free throw line.
And more often than not, you'll get the benefit of the aggression and not the defensive player when you initiate that contact. Plus, also with Davidson, he didn't maintain his verticality. He had that arm kind of angled down closer to a 45-degree than straight up.
You've watched a lot of basketball this year, haven't you?
I sure have.
Covering the Big South and Winthrop University. Speaking about teams that go to the free throw line,
yes.
Winthrop, top 5 team in the nation, going to the free throw line and High Point, right?
And their top 10 attempts and top 20 in free throws made. More pressure. Carolina, that trap on the baseline. So now it's Wallin who will dribble it across midcourt for the Tigers. Davidson dribbles along the three-point line to his right, has it at the right elbow, tries to back down Stevenson. Card wanted an offensive foul. Instead, they're going to get a missed shot by Davidson. And Stevenson goes hard to the deck. And he's going to be helped up by Vasar and Dixon. Carolina faithful here wanted a foul. It's good to see Roy Williams and his wife in the crowd tonight.
It's always great to see Coach Williams. Nick Davidson just took it strong against Jaren Stevenson. Stevenson was always thin, didn't like aggressiveness. He was more finesse, but now he's toughening up. But Davidson, when he turned to take the shot, Mike, he hit Stevenson right in the face.
His
now,
offhand, the left hand came up and just kind of brushed him on the chin. And, of course, when you look at that face contact, anything to the face is going to be taken seriously by the officiating crew.
So the crew called a foul on the floor. Now they're going to the monitor to see if this play should be upgraded to a flagrant one.
And remember, if you missed this at the beginning, Ron Groover, Brian O'Connell, Tony Chiazza, the ACC officiating crew tonight, and right now they're at the monitor. From what I've seen of that and what I've seen this season, you would have to think that it could get upgraded to a flagrant one. Just because of the contact to the face. I think it's probably a basketball play.
It's a basketball play. It did hit him above the shoulders in the face. It's
I don't
close.
think intent matters when it comes to contact to the face.
No, you can't officiate intent. You have no idea what someone's intentions are. You have to go by what happened on the play. Officials are ready to make the call.
So they're still discussing at the scorers table, or at least they're alerting. I think we're going to get the official announcement here.
They called an F1.
Yep, the
contact to the face. Made it upgraded from a common foul to an F1 technical foul.
Elijah Davis, the other senior player for the Tar Heels, was getting the student section up on their feet. So not only is it the 2 free throws, Carolina's going to get the basketball on the flagrant one with a 3-point lead, make it a 4-point lead. So this could be a kind of a big swing, Paul.
Well, Nick Davidson had a basket in the low post. That
took 2 points off.
Took 2 points off. You're getting 2 in return here.
And potentially 2 or 3, depending on what Carolina does in this possession. 5.
And I give Jaren Stevenson, Mike, a lot of credit. Maybe a year or 2 ago, he wouldn't have stayed there and taken that contact.
Right.
So he's learning how to absorb contact in the low post. Still has a long way to go, but that's a positive sign.
So because it was in Clemson's side of the floor, Carolina will have to extend the full 90 feet on the inbound. It'll be Dixon, the freshman, will serpentine move through the middle of the floor. Ball in the right hand. Comes around Buckner for Bogovats. Bogovats attacks, floater off the glass, no good. Stevenson there for the putback, that's good. So really a 6-point swing with 2 points coming off and now 4 points for Carolina.
He's got confidence now, Jaron Stevenson. He got hit, got the foul call on the other team, went to the line, made 2 free throws. Right now he's the catalyst for North Carolina.
Largest lead of the game for the Heels is 7. Clemson trying to answer. It's going to be missed by Davidson. He tried to knock it off Dixon, and I think it's going to stay with Clemson here with 14-18 to play. 12-0 run over the last 2 minutes, 12 seconds, 15-3 over the last 3:16, and it's been a 2.5-minute scoring drought for the Tigers.
Jaron Stevenson, Henry Vesar have done a good job on the defensive end as well as the guards for Carolina.
Vesar now with 10 points, leads all Heels scorers. In the corner for Hunter. Hunter at the free throw line. Hunter spins, shoots, short off the iron, and it's going to be rebounded by Stevenson. And now the Tar Heels quickly push it across midcourt for Tremble. In the paint, attacks the rim, and he's going to lose it out of bounds. And it's going to be 14:02 to play with the Heels up 7, 44-37. They'll stay with Carolina.
What a big-time chase down block by Carter Welling on that last possession. Fans wanted a foul as set Trimble.
Godfrey, I think, had a lot of ball on that.
Was it Godfrey who got? No, Welling got it from behind.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying in the initial pursuit, he was keeping Tremble from getting an easy shot. So up top it's Stevenson, high right wing Dixon. Comes back left top of the key into the far corner Tremble. They reverse back for Bogovats. He attacks, puts up a shot, no good. Stevenson there fights for the rebound, dribbles out of the paint. Bogovats for 3. Shot clock was winding down at 3, and it's going to be rebounded by Ace Buckner of Clemson. They're in orange, shooting to our left. And now a whistle on Carolina with 13:34 to play, and that brings a chorus of boos from this Deanie Smith Center crowd.
Mike, North Carolina has turned up the aggressiveness. When Seth Trimble made that second free throw, they decided to press. They got a steal. They scored their first fast break points, a 3-point shot, and they've been the aggressor in the last 5 or 6 minutes of the second half.
Lead is 7 for Carolina. Clemson with the ball. 13:30 to play in the game here in Chapel Hill. Hunter, low right block, kicks it back up top. Welling. Welling mixed the 3. That was a big bucket for Clemson, and they needed that one. That's his second 3 of the game. 44-40 Heels. 13:14 to play. Dixon comes back right, has it inside the top of the key, misses, and it's going to be rebounded by Ace Buckner. And Clemson now just 1 rebound shy of the North Carolina Tar Heels. Floater by Buckner, catches the glass, goes in, and now it's a 2-point game. Carolina up 44-42, 12:50 to play. Dayton High has it high up top left, hands off Tremble. Tremble comes back right through the paint. Ball was tipped. Now it's going to be Hunter the other way, and we get a whistle with 12:43 to play. A hold against Carolina. So that'll be the first personal on Tremble, who owns a Ben & Jerry's on Franklin Street. He used some of his NIL money to become an entrepreneur.
We didn't get the invite. We didn't get a discount, no coupons.
But we do know, because we talked with Hubert Davis at Shoot-Around today, he hasn't been there either.
I don't think Hubert wants to go during this season. I think he'll wait. He said, look, I've given, and we've given him enough money. We don't need to donate anymore.
Well, Hubert was out walking the court before Shoot-Around, so he's trying to stay slim at 55 years old. Still looks great. Here's Butta Johnson at the free throw line. Tries to pass inside now Godfrey, and Godfrey lays it in. He's got 15 points.
Mike, he has outstanding footwork. 6'10", smooth, clean feet, meaning his feet just move together with his hands. He's got great coordination.
44 all, 12-13 to play. The ball was knocked into the backcourt, and the officials are conferring, and it's going to be tipped by Clemson. And now the Tigers are asking the Clemson bench to look at their iPad because the players think it was not off of them and instead should be a backcourt violation. But it does not look like Clemson will challenge. That's a new rule this year. Each team gets a challenge. If you're successful in your first challenge, you earn a second challenge, but if you challenge twice, that's it.
Yeah, max you get is 2 challenges.
Powell has it high up top, far side. Clemson trying to rip it away. Now a long 3 off the iron as the shot clock expired and tipped in with 11:52 to play. Now 47-44 Tar Heels. And we're going to get a timeout here at the under 12 media timeout with the score. North Carolina 47, Clemson 44. More action from the Deanie Smith Center in Chapel Hill up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Back at the Deanie Smith Center, North Carolina 47, Clemson 44, 11:52 to play. Really want to thank both sports information staffs. We had tremendous access today at shoot-around, had opportunity to talk to both coaches. My takeaway, however, is the three-quarter court shot that Jay Williams had in between the Clemson and North Carolina shoot-arounds. That it was you, me, Kevin Brown, Jay Williams, and none of us had the I don't know if foresight is the right word, but we didn't get our phones out quick enough. But explain the shot that Jay Williams made, because it was very difficult.
Well, first of all, we were all very slow. We're slow athletically, and we were slow with our phone. What happened was Jay Williams stood at the foul line. We thought he was going to shoot one at the free throw line.
Right.
He turned around, and he took a shot, three-quarter court, did not move, did not take a step, no running action, no movement. He flicked that ball three-quarters of a court. Not only did he make it, he swished it on his second or third attempt.
Second, I think. And he knew it, too, by the way the ball was spinning.
To me, as a coach, that's absolutely insane to have that power, lower base, skill, and touch to make the shot. But it's Jay Williams, so I'm not surprised, and I am impressed.
Yeah, really good crew, Kevin Brown and Jay Williams, good dudes. 11:43 to play. It's a Carolina three-point lead. Clemson with the ball in orange, shooting to our left. We get a miss up top by Hunter on the right side, and it's going to be rebounded and outletted for Kyan Evans.
Mike, in that last timeout, Clemson has to talk about the three-point defense. North Carolina shooting 47% behind the arc. Jonathan Powell just made one. He's 45%.
Nice move inside, a spin by Zayden High, but he misses off the mark left, and now it's going to be Hunter for Clemson, who brings it up the floor. Godfrey between the rings, dribbling left at the elbow. In the paint, goes up with the right hand, and it rattles in. Big bucket there for Godfrey, Clemson's leading scorer. And he now has 17 points.
Now Clemson has to get their heels, no pun intended, on the three-point line. They have to extend.
Oh, here's a steal by Buckner, but he can't tippy-toe the far sideline. He got it across midcourt and stepped out of bounds.
They've got to be there on the catch. So when North Carolina catches the ball, they're not allowed to shoot it because there's a body taking that airspace away. North Carolina's been on fire in this game. And they've shot the ball with confidence, and the threes have been really good open looks.
Like the first half, Paul, Carolina got out to a 6-point lead. Then, of course, at the end of the half, Clemson able to take the 3-point lead. Here in the second half, a 7-point lead for the Heels, but Clemson now down 1 with 10:45 to play. And Buckner tried to get a steal. He knocked it out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Heels with 4.7 to go on the shot clock.
He was on the ball side. He decided to go down and dig it off of Henry Vasar. Vasar's got to pick it up and get rid of it.
So it's going to be inbounded by Powell on the baseline, and now Kyan Evans, the transfer junior from Colorado State, will lose it out of bounds with 10:42 to play.
Simple pass and catch. You learned that in middle school. Keep your eyes on the ball, squeeze it with your hands, catch it before you move.
Buckner has it far sideline, along the three-point line, comes up left, top of the key, Godfrey, spins it left side for Porter. And a whistle away from the basketball, Kyan Evans, and that'll be his third, and that'll be the fourth on the Tar Heels. 5 fouls for Clemson. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Clemson has the possession arrow. Up top, Welling, hands off Buckner, has it between the rings, dribbles with the right hand, ball was tipped by Tremble. No, they're going to say it was over and back. He did not have it tipped, so it will be a turnover for the Tigers, and it's going to be their 9th turnover. Both teams have really done a good job protecting one of the 3 T's in the keys pregame keys to the game.
Yeah, getting a little sloppy here with a few possessions in the second half, but overall, this has been a well-played game. Clemson only 9 turnovers for the game, Carolina 8. Both of these teams, Mike, are low turnover teams.
Carolina ball, Tremble, far wing on the sideline. Passes for Zayden high, just inside the 3-point corner. Dribbles to the left side paint. Kicks it out. Evans. Evans attacks baseline. Left a little bit short in front of the rim. Ball's going to be tipped. Saved by Powell. Tremble has it. What a beautiful athletic move to get it out to Tremble. Now they get it into the corner for Powell. Off the heel, no good. And Vasar is going to knock it out of bounds. It'll be Clemson basketball, 9:52 to play. Down 1.
We talked about points in the paint, and right now it's Clemson 28-14. Another category I was keeping my eye on, second chance points, because Clemson doesn't give up second chance points. They only give up 8 second chance points per game in the ACC. That's number 1. Right now, North Carolina, 2 points on second chances.
Both teams with 2. 28-26, the rebounding edge for the Tar Heels. As Butter Johnson goes hard to the floor, it's going to be Hunter with the basketball, left elbow for Godfrey down the right side of the lane. Works on Vasar and puts on a clinic inside. Good shot, and now the Tigers take the lead, 48-47, under 9.5 to play in Chapel Hill. 19 points for Godfrey. He's 9 of 10, Paul.
Everything's in the paint, Mike.
So
except for that 1-3 he took and he made.
Vasar tacks down the left lane line. He goes hard to the rim and goes over Welling for 2. And now back in front are the Heels, 49-48 with 9:02 to go.
Vasar is 6 for 8. As I said earlier, more touches, more shots.
Kick out Godfrey, top of the key. He wants another one, and he gets it. That's just his 3rd 3 of the year, 2 coming in the game tonight.
The Bigs are putting on a show in Chapel Hill. Godfrey for Clemson, Vasar for North Carolina.
I think they're going to give him they're going to say a 2 on that, not a 3. So it's going to be 50-49.
It was a long 2.
I thought he was behind the line. Off the miss, it's going to be Butter Johnson. So a long 2, not a 3. 50-49, 8:21 to play. Hunter has it, high right wing, comes back left around a Welling screen. Still has it left elbow. Hunter on the dribble, backs up behind the 3-point line. Stays on the right-hand dribble, comes back to the left side, attacks, switches hands on the ball, puts up a shot, misses it. Tremble. Here he comes in transition. Top of the key, Powell into the near side corner for Evans. That rattles out, rebounded by Clemson's Welling. And now with 7:52 to play, it's a 1-point Clemson lead, 50-49.
Ball movement was beautiful in that last possession for Carolina. They have 11 assists on 17 field goals in this game. A very good passing team.
And Paul, you have to say the score really favors Clemson right now.
Well, the pace does, Mike. And the score, of course.
Here's a turnaround right-handed jump shot, no good for Godfrey. That's just his second miss. He's got 21 points.
North Carolina only 3 fast break points. Why? Clemson gets back so well. They take high percentage shots that allows them to get back.
And whistle off the ball. This will take us to our under 8 media timeout with the score Clemson 50, North Carolina 49, 7:17 to play. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trial. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on Instagram. In-game highlights, previews, updated news from college football, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow us at Elite Media Sports.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow at Elite Media Sport.
Our score at the Dean E. Smith Center, Clemson 50, North Carolina 49. Welcome back into the Elite Media Network studios. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. Take a look at a couple of scores that are going on around the country. Number 16, Alabama, currently down to Georgia, 75-69. 7 minutes left in that game. Number 10, Texas Tech, tied at 50 with TCU with 10 minutes left in that second half. Also in the ACC, number 13, Virginia, with a 53-46 lead over Wake Forest, 7:58 remaining in that one. Mike and Paul, what a night to be named RJ. RJ Davis gets his number hung from the rafters. RJ Godfrey, a season-high 21 points. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? A big night for RJ's. And we are in RJ Reynolds territory, too.
And there was a guy here named MJ.
Yeah, MJ.
RJ.
MJ. Yeah, MJ had a pretty nice career, I think.
The history and tradition of North Carolina basketball takes a backseat to nobody.
No.
And we're talking about the portal today, Mike. Guys transferring all over the country every year. If they did that in the 90s and the early 2000s, think of all the great players that we would not associate with their
100%.
school because they would have transferred out, go from Kansas to Kentucky, maybe to Miami or somewhere else. Never have a base, never have an alumni group that knows who they are. We had Jay Williams today at Shoot-Around. What if he was to ever have left Duke? You know,
especially since, remember, he was supposed to kind of compete with William Avery.
Right.
Avery left, and then he kind of took off as a freshman.
Can you imagine if he would have left after his freshman year
man.
and go somewhere else?
Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Carolina. You know, and I think the other thing, too, is Jay Williams said, yes, he did think about, he thought, you know, it was a little bit of a tough treatment that first year, but he's a better person and a better basketball player and a better human being for having gone through that adversity. And I don't know if that's the lesson we're teaching kids now.
That's what he said. He goes, if I didn't fight through that situation, I would have never exploded as a player in my sophomore year.
Here's Bogovac. There's going to be a jump ball. Godfrey had his hand in. No cookie jar. That time he got all cookie.
I'd go for a cookie right now. You're talking about Ben & Jerry's. You're talking about cookies.
I know. Did you ever get...
Where's the pizza? All I know is we had pizza last game. Where are my guys?
No pizza here at the Deanie Smith Center for us. Under 7 minutes to play. 50-40. Well, Mike Morgan's not here. He's the star.
He is the star of the show. He is calling a game on the SEC Network tonight at 10 p.m. for Auburn basketball.
Porter in the paint, so now 52-49 with 6:44 to play.
You know, when Carolina is penetrating, Mike, the help defense by Clemson, they rake at the basketball. They don't foul. You have to pass, cut, and screen against Clemson.
Bogovac off the screen, buries the three, and ties our score at 52 with 6:28 to play.
To my point, it was a cut off a screen to a handoff. No dribble at all. They got a wide open three-point shot. Great execution by North Carolina.
Crowd rising at the Smith Center. 6:15 to play. 52 all. Ball's going to be tipped away by Powell quickly. Oh, it's going to be knocked away by Buckner and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Carolina because Buckner was out of bounds and got it to Davidson, but they both were out of bounds, really. And Dixon was getting ready to lay it in and try and get the lead.
If North Carolina can continue to screen, cut, and move the ball from side to side, then they can dribble, penetrate. That's the best time to drive after a ball reversal. And or get the ball inside to Vesar.
Vesar dribbles along the three-point line, near side. Up top, it's Bogovac. Gets it back on the short roll to Vesar. He spins left, and it's going to be a shot and a foul here. He really didn't even get the shot out, but he was fouled by Nick Davidson, his his younger brother, Blake Davidson, is a freshman. He's redshirting this year.
Mike, I worked for the late, great Rick Majerus.
Yes.
And he always said, our best player has to get the most shots. And the best players for North Carolina, Henry Vesar, Seth Trimble. Trimble's out of the game. He's 1 for 9. Vesar in this game is 6 for 8. He's got 4 assists.
4 assists, 2 turns.
As a big man.
Yeah.
So, you know what, Mike? The game tells you what to do.
Yes.
More touches, not just in the low block. Last possession where he's at the line now, screen, roll, foul.
Vesar's second one is going to be off the rim, no good, right. So just a 1-point lead, 53-52, 5:55 to play here in Chapel Hill. Tar Heels trying to go 18-0 at home. Both teams trying to get their 12th win in the ACC.
And fighting for a double bye in the ACC tournament.
Positioning themselves to be in good position for that double bye. Up top, Welling. He answers with a three with 5:36 to play. Tigers go up 55-53.
They worked on that at shoot-around. They penetrate, then they pitch it back to the big. Vesar can't get out quick enough to contest the three-point shot.
13 points for Welling. Up top, Bogovac gets sealed off, so he dribbles back up to the logo, comes back right wing. Along the three-point line, puts up a shot. That's good for three. Carolina answers, and they're back up 56-55 with 5:07 to play. Buckner has it up top, comes back left wing, gets it back, top of the key. Vesar blocks the shot by Godfrey. It's going to be saved by Stevenson. He went diving out of bounds, but not before getting it to Trimble, and now they're going to bring it up the floor with Dixon. Crosses midcourt, 4:45 to play. Carolina up 1. High on the right wing, Bogovac off the heel, no good. Welling rebounds.
Hubert Davis called his number, Bogovac. After the three, they ran a set play for another three. Good call by Coach Davis.
He's got 5 threes in the game, so why not go back to him? Buckner up top left, top of the key. At the right elbow, puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by Vesar. Carolina now 32-30 rebounding with 4:16 to play and a 1-point lead for the Heels. In white, shooting to our right. Besar has it up top right, top of the key now for Stevenson. Pauses, back for Bogovac. Off a wraparound, hits the three! Oh, a big bucket! A triple for Bogovac! And now the Heels have a 4-point lead, 59-55 with 4:01 to play here at the Dean E. Smith Center in Chapel Hill. Can this be the separation that the Heels need?
Well, give Hubert Davis a lot of credit, Mike. He's called the number of Bogovac. The last 3 possessions, he's delivered 2 3-point shots in those last 3 possessions. That is coaching at its finest. See the hot hand, feed the hot hand.
Timeout on the floor with the score, North Carolina 59, Clemson 55. More action from Chapel Hill up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Let's see how many.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trunk. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
We welcome you back into a packed Dean E. Smith Center in Chapel Hill, the Dean Dome, with the Tar Heels up by 4, 59-55. This is a far cry, Paul, with Tar Heels at 11 of 24 from 3. Their season high, as you researched and found out, 13 against Notre Dame. The score in that game, though, was not quite the score in this game. 91 points in that game for the Tar Heels, and right now 59-55, and really they've really needed all 11 of those threes to take this lead.
Well, right now it's caused some separation. 4-point game. Bogovac created a 3-point shot for himself. He made it.
Yep.
Next time down, Hubert Davis called his number. A flare screen 3 didn't go. Next time down, Hubert Davis said, I'm going to give you one more shot. They ran a pin down for a curl. Bogovac nailed it.
Clemson ball into 4 minutes to go, down 4, and now Bogovac, who just hit that big 3 before the timeout, is going to commit a foul for the Tar Heels. That's going to be their 5th. And for Bogovac, that's going to be his 3rd.
Tell you what, I watched the replay. He fought through the screen, deflected the ball out of bounds. I didn't think he fouled, but he did knock it out of bounds. Let's see what the official has.
So Davidson with 4 fouls for the Tigers, and for the Tar Heels, you have 3 on Bogovats and 3 on Evans, if you're wondering what the foul situation is like. Clemson has 17 fouls, so it'll be a 1-and-1 bonus on the next foul there. Carolina has 5. Timeout on the floor with the score, North Carolina 59, Clemson 55. More action from Chapel Hill up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
We welcome you back to Chapel Hill, 59-55. I am Mike Pacheco, Paul Biancardi alongside. Brian Dancel back in studio. John Trauma, Jeremiah Bruckhart, Nick Douglas on site with us here in what's been a really fun game. And the largest lead of the game, 7, and that was by the Tar Heels. Right now they have a 4-point lead, 3:51 to play. Up top, Buckner for Clemson, has it high up on the right wing. Couple of dribbles, now finds Welling. Handoff back to Buckner. Dribbles with the right hand, comes back left. He's at the free throw line, pulls up for a jumper. It's going to be off the mark, no good. Welling the stick back, spin, turnaround, that's no good. And Vasar with a big rebound with 3:31 to play. The 33rd of the game for the Tar Heels. Vasar his 5th.
Carolina with a 4-point lead, shooting so well from 3. Luka Bogovats, big part of that. Don't fall in love with the 3 now.
Oh, here he goes, and that one's going to be a miss. It's going to be rebounded by Buckner, and now Vasar is going to pick up the whistle here with 3:13 to play.
With a 4-point lead, 3 minutes to go. You have to execute down the stretch, both offensively and defensively. Get high percentage shots. Bogovats, good look that time. He's earned that look. But let's not forget Henry Vasar. He's had a tremendous game inside the arc. 6 for 8. He's got 4 assists. He makes this offense happen.
That was the 6th foul for Carolina, so now both teams will be in the bonus on the next foul. 3 minutes to play in Chapel Hill. The Heels with a 59-55 lead. Buckner working on Tremble. Gets back behind the three-point line. Opposite side for Butta Johnson. Drives down the left lane line. Short jumper is no good. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, and last touch by Justin Porter, and it's going to be Carolina basketball with 2:47 to play here in a 4-point game in Chapel Hill. On the line for Carolina, their 18th win of the year and a new school record, going 18-0 at home. And as Paul mentioned earlier, the important seeding for that double bye. Not that it's on the line here, but they need a win to give themselves a better chance to get it. There's still one more game to play, and it'll be Duke on Saturday for the Tar Heels against the Blue Devils. Here's Bogovac, passes inside for Vasar. Ball was knocked around, and now Trumbull coming up with the near corner. Dribbles up along the three-point line, right in front of Hubert Davis. Dribbles down to the wing, now inside the elbow. From the free throw line, his jumper is good. A big bucket with 2:20 to play. 61-55 Carolina.
That was a big-time senior moment for Seth Trimble. Shot clock winding down. He snaked, meaning he made a little S-shaped drive to the basket. Found that sweet spot. He was wide open, pulled up, under control, composed. The senior knocked it down. That was a beautiful, clean self-creation by Seth Trimble.
And, you know, we had this conversation at shoot-around, and I think it was Jay Williams, or maybe it was Hubert Davis that mused, could this be the last full 4-year guy? They were kind of mentioning Carolina, but it's going to become more and more rare in this transfer portal era, even though I would say with some of the NIL money out there, your first, I think, priority for most teams is to try and keep your core guys.
It's always about retention first, Mike, and then it's about recruiting.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to retain the guys that you want, the ones that you're not crazy about. You just lower your NIL offer, and then they'll go somewhere else. Right. I mean, that's what coaches are doing right now.
Nobody's talking enough about that, Paul. I mean, sometimes, not that you want to see a player go, but if a player hasn't lived up to their potential, it's almost better for both sides if they walk out the door. And you hope that they find a better opportunity for them, but sometimes it's okay to see somebody, it's okay for them to leave.
It went from a big business, college basketball, to a bigger business. Coaches have a lot of pressure. They have a $10 million, $12 million NIL budget. Fans and donors want results. Coaches want results. So the players have a lot more pressure on them today than ever before.
2:07 to play. Butter Johnson has it up top. Buckner sidesteps for the wing three. He buries it. Now it's 61-58. 2 minutes to play here in Chapel Hill. Now Tar Heels up by one possession. It's a 3-point lead. Dixon has it right at the Western Carolina part of the Carolina logo for Vasar. Vasar attacks. He wanted to go in for the dunk. Instead, it's a missed layup and rebounded by Welling. And now in this possession with a three, Clemson can tie. Hunter has it high up top left, guarded by Dixon. Dribbles to the wing, bounces the pass, Godfrey. Godfrey, 21 points. Attacks into the paint, spins over the right shoulder, and is going to be fouled by Vasar, and that's going to be the fourth on the Tar Heel big man. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to NCAA Basketball on Elite Media Network. So it's Godfrey at the line, and he makes the first. Godfrey, 65.8% on a Clemson team, Paul, that's averaging 72.5% overall, 70.6%, or rather 71.2% in the ACC.
Carolina, 44% from three in this game, 80% from the line, 8 for 10. Why is Clemson still in the game? Paint points, 32-18, and they have also limited North Carolina on second chance points.
Seth
Just
Trimble
2.
with a lane violation, so we're going to get another free throw attempt here for Godfrey. I'd love to know the percentage of guys who get that lane violation, get another shot and make it. It's pretty high. Godfrey gets to 22 points. That's a miss.
You just jinxed him.
No, I don't believe in that.
He heard you.
If I had that ability, we'd all be winning the lottery tonight. I'll tell you that.
Mash Cass.
Yeah. We'd own Elite Media Network, I think, after that.
It's a stock on the rise.
1:10 to play. It's been real fun working here tonight, that's for sure. Great game as we approach a minute to play here in Chapel Hill. 2-point game. Bogovac for another three. It's going to be off the heel, no good. Stevenson tries to save it. Baseline does for Tremble. Under a minute to play. Carolina with the ball in a 2-point lead, and now it's Hubert Davis that wants to call a timeout and run a play for his Tar Heels.
If North Carolina wins this game, you can point to a lot of performances. Jaren Stevenson, lifted this team up in the second half when they needed it. When the game was kind of quiet, going back and forth, there was a half-court game. Crowd didn't make much of a factor. Stevenson took a hit in the face.
Yeah.
It was an F1 technical foul on Clemson. He went to the free throw line, made 2, played good defense. He inspired his team, got on the glass. Then Bokavats, obviously, with the threes in the second half.
But remember, that also ended up being a 6-point swing because it took 2 points off from Davidson, the free throws, and then they got a layup after that. So that was a big swing in this game. So that reminds me to remind you to stay tuned for our post-game show when we'll discuss our player of the game.
And then you have to look at Henry Vasar. I mean, 6 for 9, Mike.
Yeah.
Just the incredible consistency in his game. Stevenson, unsung hero. Bokavats is the outlier in this game because he comes off the bench.
If Clemson were to win, I think you'd have to look at Godfrey.
No question about it. I mean, he's dominated North Carolina. And then Welling has had a strong game. He's 5 for 11. The front court of Clemson has carried them in this game because the three-point shooting is just 7 for 20. And the free throw line for Clemson, not much better. They're 2 for 4 in this game.
I think if you're Clemson, you love the way this game's been officiated.
You do.
Carolina is, I mean, for a Carolina team to get only 10 free throws, now granted we still have 55.4 ticks remaining, but that's a pretty low number.
Yeah, if Carolina wins this game, it's going to be the bench, Bokavats. It's going to be a total team contribution. The three-point shot will have been the difference maker. If you're Clemson, the defensive glass by far is the big reason why if Clemson wins this game. Their defense and the defensive rebounding.
Carolina 10 of 31 from 2. Meanwhile, Clemson's lived inside the three-point line all day long. 52 seconds to go. Dixon has it straight away up top, comes back right around a Vasar screen. He rises up for a 3. Swish! Oh, big 3 with 45 seconds to go. 64-59. Carolina in the lead.
That's a freshman.
Hunter attacks. He goes to the rim, and we're going to get a foul inside with 37.1 ticks remaining. So even though it's a 5-point game, clock stops, and this is where Clemson would like to be to get some points with the clock not moving.
Yeah, Derek Dixon, a big-time freshman out of Gonzaga High School in Washington, D.C., played for a top 25 high school program. He just made the biggest shot of the game.
So Carolina coming out of the huddle in a big development with Vasar now picking up his 5th foul. So he is out of the game for the final 37.1 ticks remaining.
And that hurts North Carolina if Clemson decides to drive it. But they're probably going back inside to Godfrey in the post.
Dylan Hunter from Atlanta, Georgia, went to Westlake High School, same high school as Cam Newton. Former Carolina Panther quarterback, great. And the first free throw is good here for Hunter. So now a 4-point game with 37.1 ticks remaining.
I think you're going to see Clemson pick up full court, whether it's man-to-man straight or it's going to be some type of press. They'll be down 1 possession, but it's basically 7-second difference in the shot clock. I could see Clemson trapping a couple of times, maybe committing a foul.
So it's Hyde, Dixon, Trimble, Stevenson, and Bogavats for Carolina. Godfrey, Hunter, Johnson, Wallin, and Buckner. And the second free throw is good. So back to a 1-possession game, 37.1 ticks remaining, 64-61. Carolina with the ball. They inbound Dixon. Here comes the trap on the baseline. 25 on the shot clock. Cross midcourt. No, he stepped back on the line, but they're going to call a foul here against Clemson. That's Jake Wallin from Provo, Utah, with 29.6 ticks remaining. And, Paul, that's huge because Carolina still had a little bit of time left, but they were forcing a lot of pressure. And so instead of maybe forcing a turnover, now you're putting, and there's still a lot of time left, so they didn't need the foul there.
I'm okay with it. You know, the clock is your enemy right now. Stevenson is 72%.
I'm just thinking with the pressure they were putting, and they really hadn't got the ball over midcourt yet, I think maybe you wait another 2 seconds and then foul.
Maybe one more trap over half court. But let's see what Stevenson does. It's going to either be a one-possession situation for North Carolina, Clemson, or 2 possessions.
73%, almost 74% Stevenson this season, and he misses the front end of a 1-and-1 with 27 seconds to go.
And you don't need a 3. Actually, the best thing to do for Clemson, get to the free throw line if you don't get a wide open shot.
So here's Hunter, attacks baseline, goes up to the rim. Layup is good with 17.7 ticks to go. 64-63 Carolina, 17 seconds to go. Now a trap on the inbounds. Bogovats has it far sideline. Clemson finally gets the foul call. They tried to get him twice. Third time was a charm. And now with 12.2 seconds to go, Clemson doing a good job there trying to shorten up the game here and try to preserve as much clock as they can.
Okay, Bogovats is shooting 2 shots.
It's going to be the third on Hunter.
I'm sorry, he's shooting 1-and-1.
It's a 1-and-1. That's the 9th Clemson foul. So on the next foul, it'll be 2, if there is another one. And the first one earns a second one.
Strategy right now. If he makes this free throw, Clemson must go for a 3. You got 12.2 seconds left. If you're North Carolina, are you going to foul when the ball goes over half court and not allow Clemson to shoot a 3? Carolina has 8 fouls right now, so if they foul, it would be a 1-and-1.
72% at the line. Bogovats, the second one is good. The Rattles off the glass and in. So one possession game, 66-63, 12.2 ticks remaining. And timeout on the floor. I believe that was Carolina to set up the defense with 12.2 ticks remaining and a 3-point lead.
A lot of strategy going on right now. If you're Clemson, you're drawing something up to get a 3-point shot. Maybe Butter Johnson. Could be Welling for a 3. He's made 3 in this game. But you have to attack quickly, Mike, because you're down. If you miss, you want to get a chance for the offensive rebound and throw it out for another 3-point opportunity. For North Carolina, Hubert Davis, some soft pressure, keep everybody in front. When the ball goes over half court, do you commit the foul, put Clemson to the line? It's 1-and-1. Just a way to eliminate Clemson shooting a 3-point shot and tying this game up. Big-time strategy going on right now between Brad Brownell and Hubert Davis.
There have been a lot of games like this for Clemson here at the Smith Center. North Carolina 29-2 at the Dean Dome against the Clemson Tigers. And overall, North Carolina 136-25 against the Tigers. 100 years of basketball between these two schools. And this arguably has to be, as we mentioned earlier, one of the best runs in Clemson basketball when you look at everything Brad Brownell has been able to do in his 16 season here. But needs to try to move past the Elite Eight. So 12.2 ticks remaining. Walling's going to inbound, gets it for Godfrey. 10 seconds to go. And now it's going to be Clemson advancing across midcourt and calling a timeout. And that'll be Clemson's last timeout. North Carolina still has 1. And North Carolina has the possession arrow. Both teams in the bonus. Clemson, if they have an opportunity to foul again, they would put Carolina on the line for 2. It's still a 1-and-1. Of course, Carolina does not want to foul here in this situation. They want to let the game play out as much as possible and let that clock continue to run.
Okay, now it's side out about get fouled. They're going to launch one up, and that's a possible 4-point play. A big part of the foul game is where the ball is at, who you're playing against, and what type of time. But this is a good time, 10 seconds or less. It's a pretty good time to foul. But I don't like the fact that the ball's in the front court. I'm going to switch everything if I'm North Carolina. Vasar's not in the game. Yeah. So you can switch, though, if you're North Carolina. So I think that's important. All 5 guys for North Carolina are pretty much like size. Stevenson can switch. Zayden High can switch.
Now, if we were under 5 seconds, would you be more inclined to foul up 3?
I would if they catch the ball with their back to the basket. If they catch the ball facing the basket, I'm not going to risk it. There's a lot of strategy in the foul game, and it's what you believe in. It's what you practice. And for North Carolina, they have – actually, they're small right now. Their center, so to speak, is Jaron Stevenson.
Yeah, they have Dixon, Trimble, Powell, Stevenson, Bogovats, Godfrey, Porter, Hunter, Johnson, Welling for the Tigers.
Now that's a great lineup to defend the three, but it's not a great lineup to rebound the three for North Carolina. Let's see if Clemson misses, can they get the tap out, spray out for another opportunity?
Do they run a play for Welling? He's got 3 threes in the game for the Tigers. It's going to be an inbounds by Hunter. Quickly gets it in, almost had that 5-second count. Hunter gets it back from the short right corner, no good. Tip is no good. Trimble rebounds with 1 ticks remaining. He's fouled, and now Carolina has a chance to salt this one away with a 3-point lead at the free throw line, and they'll be shooting 2 here, Paul, with a 66-63 lead.
Hunter had 2 good looks. He had a layup, a tap, just couldn't get it to go.
And you hate, as a coach, those 2 point-blank looks.
Yeah, North Carolina did a fabulous job defending the 3 on the sideline out of bounds. Clemson couldn't get anything. They went to the basket, 2 looks, couldn't make either one.
Big free throw for Trimble, 3 of 4 today, and he hits the first. So now a 2-possession game with 0.9 ticks. And Carolina awfully close to that 18th win here at home to go 18-0.
How fitting, the senior, Seth Trimble, 4 years at North Carolina, has improved each and every season under Hubert Davis, has put this game away right now. Clemson would need a miracle. If this goes in, there will be no miracle.
Trimble's away, it is no good. And it's going to be a kind of a short miss by Carter Welling, almost anticlimactic as the horn sounds. And Carolina on senior night, it's a senior who helps stretches the lead, and Carolina wins this one 67-63. 18-0 is new school record at home against the Clemson Tigers, and maybe a leg up for that double bye in the 4th seed. Now 12-4, or rather 12-5 for the Tar Heels, and 11-6 for the Tigers. That's the end of the game with the final score. North Carolina 67, Clemson 63. Coming up, it's the Elite Media Network post-game show. Paul and I will have some final thoughts, and we'll name our player of the game. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Welcome to the Hat Rack Synergy System. With over 30 years of experience, Dr. Hat Rack has treated over 1,200 professional athletes in his career, including Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, Chris Jones, and Terrell Owens. Hat Rack Synergy Systems is a groundbreaking proprietary technique that has elevated Hat Rack's career to an unparalleled level.
After I get work done by Dr. Hat Rack, I feel like I'm back on top of my game. It's almost like I'm so much more in tune with my body to feel like I can go out there and run faster, jump higher, and perform at a better rate.
Hat Rack Synergy Systems is more than a technique or therapy. It's actually a complete system. That's why we work with athletes. They know that we know what we're talking about, and they trust us to get their body into shape and to move through that process.
Prepare for a paradigm shift that will revolutionize everything you thought you knew and discover body mechanics in a whole new way. Experience the Hat Rack Synergy System today.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
We welcome you back to the D.D. Smith Center, where North Carolina has just picked up their 12th win in ACC play, so now solidly in 4th place and in good shape for that all-important 4-seed and double bye. Alongside Paul Biancardi, I am Mike Pacheco, 67-63 Carolina. They're bringing back a really neat tradition here. Elijah Davis is going to get a chance to speak to the crowd, and of course Seth Trimble will as well. But boy, Seth Trimble coming up big late for the Tar Heels. You got Bogovats who hit some big threes, and even though Vasar fouled out, he kind of changed some shots inside for the Clemson Tigers.
And he scored for North Carolina. When they weren't making threes, he was the steady force inside. Shot the ball at a high clip percentage-wise. North Carolina relied on the three-point shot tonight. It delivered for them. They had timely stops on the defensive end. Mike, I love the way they share the basketball.
Yeah.
It was very impressive. It wasn't three-point shots that were just self-created. We're looking at a team that's a high assist team, and they did a great job of just sharing the basketball. 18 total assists in this game on 22 field goals.
And both teams really, I think, and I'd like to get your thoughts on this, but it really seemed to me that both teams said, this is who we are, this is what we're going to do, and both really excelled at the things that they did really well offensively.
They really did. And defensively, Clemson was who they are. Yeah, they eliminated second chance points. They eliminated fast break points. Two of the big keys in the game, they did their job on the defensive end. They didn't have enough offensive firepower, even though the tempo was perfect for Clemson in this game. Low 60s, they wanted that. They had low turnovers in the game. No fast break points for Carolina, 3 at the most, maybe 5. Yeah. But Carolina had the outlier weapon tonight. They had the three-point shot. And what did they say about the three-point shot? It can make up for a multitude of sins.
Well, I thought you were going to say the old Pat Kelsey, which is, I'm smart enough to know that 3 is worth more than 2, so that's why I like threes. But I think the other thing, too, is, Clemson in shoot-around made an effort to work on pushing Carolina off, but that didn't seem to make a difference.
No, it didn't. The ball movement by North Carolina was special tonight. It's been really good this season. I like the way Carolina won this game. They won it playing Clemson style.
Right.
And that's important. If you're going to be a good team come NCAA tournament time, you have to win in different ways. You can't just win by how you play. Sometimes the other team is going to dictate the pace, the style of the game, and Carolina showed that it can win in a different ball game, a low-scoring game.
Yeah, faster-paced team has to be able to win at those slower speeds. If we had told Brad Brownell the score would have been 67-63, he would have said, great, we won the game.
Yeah, if you told him before the game that Carolina's only going to be in the 60s, he'd take that 10 out of 10 times. His offense needs work. The inside game was phenomenal. Both bigs were great. The outside guys penetrate well. They got to make more threes. They only made 7 threes in this game. But that's not enough when the opposing team made 12.
All right, before we say goodbye from our part of the post-game show, before we send it back to Brian Dancel back in studio, we need your player of the game, Paul. What do you think?
Mike, I'm going to go with Luka Bogovats.
Okay.
I mean, he came off the bench and scored 20 points in 23 minutes. He created separation for North Carolina. He was the hot hand. Hubert Davis called his name. His teammates found him. When you shoot 6 for 10, you get the game player award.
20 points. He did have a rebound, 3 assists, only 2 turnovers, plus 22 defensively. He was the plus-minus best number on Carolina. So we will, Paul and I and our crew here really want to thank everybody from John and Jeremiah and Nick, also Mike Morgan. And now we will say goodbye. The final score here at the Dean E. Smith Center is 6763 North Carolina. Coming up on the Elite Media Network postgame show, we rejoin Brian Dancel back in studio. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us for our college basketball game of the week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on Elite Media Network stations and on iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
And welcome into the Elite Media Network postgame show. I am your host, Brian Dancel. What a thriller with so much on the line in the ACC. Number 17, North Carolina, pulls off a 67-63 win on senior night at the Dean E. Smith Center. They moved to 18-0 for the first time at home in their 116-year history. Let's take a look at a couple of the scores that went final along with our game. In the SEC, Georgia ended up upsetting number 16 Alabama 98-88. In the Big 12, another upset. Number 10 Texas Tech is downed by TCU. TCU gets their win 73-65, more or less solidifying themselves an at-large bid into the NCAA tournament. Don't forget, Texas Tech, they were 3-0 coming into tonight without their star JT Toppin. They take their first loss without him. In the ACC, number 13 Virginia with a 75-70 win over Wake Forest. And the lone undefeated team in the country, Miami of Ohio, number 19 in the country, they get the slim margin of victory over Toledo, 74-72, to move to 30-0 on the season. Well, you heard Mike and Paul break the game down for you. It came down to just a game of runs. Coach Biancardi obviously being one to always say things like, basketball's a game of runs. It's usually the last team with the last run that gets the win. There was a 12-0 run by North Carolina in that second half, a 7-0 run answered by Clemson, another 8-0 run by North Carolina. But at the end of the day, it came down to three-point shooting. 4 of the last 5 field goals that North Carolina made were all from beyond the three-point line. They end up going on to convert 12 of 27 three-pointers for 44%, and that seemed to be the difference in the end. For Clemson, they were 26 of 60 from the field for 43%. North Carolina wasn't any better. They were 22 of 58 from the field for 38%. When it came down to the three-point shooting, that basically was one of the big factors in the end. You heard Mike and Paul also talk all game about the two-pointers that were coming from Clemson. 38 of their 63 points came from inside the paint, which is kind of an amazing feat. I told you during the pregame show that Hubert Davis did test his team. He wanted them to get a little bit more physical in the paint. They ended up having 18 points in the paint tonight of their 67. Let's take a look at a couple of the superlatives from the North Carolina team. It really was a tale of two halves. You did hear Mike and Paul talk about Seth Trimble and the game that he had in his comparison. He was 9 points overall, only 2 of 10 shooting. He only had 1 field goal per half. But Stevenson was probably the notable one. He had 9 points in the game, 1 of 1 shooting in the first half, 1 of 2 in the second half. His rebounding, though, in the first half, he was almost non-existent. He only had 2. He then rebounded, don't mind the pun, to 8 more rebounds in the second half to finish up with 10. Henry Vasar, we talked about him leading the team with 16 points a game this season. He had 13 on the game before eventually fouling out. But the one person that I definitely want to highlight here is our player of the game, Luka. Luka ended up shooting 6 for 10 from beyond the three-point arc. 5 of 9 of that came in the second half. For Clemson, their lone bright spot, R.J. Godfrey, he had 22 points on the night, 10 of 13 shooting, and 1 of 1 from the three-point line. The 22 points is now a career high for R.J. Godfrey. Well, you anticipated a lot of fireworks in a game that meant so much. North Carolina now moves themselves into the 4th spot in the ACC standings. And don't look now, they have to face one of their heated rivals in Duke at Cameron Indoor Stadium this coming Saturday. But what this does do is it gives North Carolina in a spot where they can take the double bye in the ACC tournament in a week's time. Our final score, number 17, North Carolina 67, Clemson 63. We'd like to thank our crew for tonight and for the season. Our engineers, great work to these 2 gentlemen, John Trauma and Jeremiah Bruckhart. The Elite Media Network Chief of Staff is Nick Douglas. The executive producer and host of Elite Media Network is Brian Dancel. And the CEO of Elite Media Network is Dean Douglas. We want to thank you for tuning in to the inaugural season of the College Basketball Game of the Week on Elite Media Network. From the best teams and conferences, from Arizona to Michigan to Duke, from the SEC, the ACC, to the Big Ten and the Big 12, it's been our pleasure to bring you fantastic college hoops action this season. Once again, our final score, number 17, North Carolina 67, Clemson 63. Now, for Mike Pacheco and Paul Biancardi, I'm Brian Dancel. You've been listening to NCAA Basketball on Elite Media Network.